Now that we've closed the books on 2025, it's time to see what 2026 has to offer. On this episode, 2026, A Look Ahead, we take a look ahead at many of the television shows expected to debut this year, like Season 2 of Daredevil Born Again, the final season of The Boys, and Spider-Noir, and some of the biggest films making their way to theaters this year, including Project Hail Mary, Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey, Avengers Doomsday, and much, much more, all on a new episode of Watch, Review, Repeat, which begins now. Welcome to Watch, Review, Repeat. This is the podcast where two best friends discuss the latest in film and television and then do it all over again the following episode. My name is Colton Brown, and joining me to look ahead to what 2026 has to offer us, it's Andrew Meadows.
I'm here to look through the looking glass.
Yeah.
Maybe. Is that a thing?
Yeah. Well, I don't know if we're getting any sort of Alice in Wonderland adjacent things this year, but we have many things, though. Many things.
Like the Oracle.
Oh yes, that's true. It all comes back to one place, right? One project that we will be talking about at some point in the probably second hour of this episode. We'll see. It's a big one, though. We've talked about it on the podcast before. Probably came up in the last episode, maybe the one before that, potentially the one before that. I'm not sure. And it's going to come up here. So, yeah, we are here. We are in mid-February when we're recording this. We are doing this in order this year. I think last year we switched around. I think maybe recorded our look ahead episode before we ended up doing our year in review coverage. We did everything sequentially this year. We did our 2025 a year in review episodes, plural. I say we did it in one night, as people would have discovered. But we did ultimately break it up into two parts, two 2+ hour parts, like both under 3 hours. Kind of like I think a pretty reasonable length overall. I mean, obviously it's still 4+ hours if you staple it together, but compared to the nearly 7 hours that we went for and for the 2024 episodes, I think we made some pretty good strides, is what I'll say. So, and yeah. I'll also say, for anyone that maybe listened to part 2 of that and is sad that we dropped the whole thing of trying to figure out that fucking music video that I reminded Andrew of by singing some K-pop Demon Hunters. We solved the mystery when we were both sober. We were too drunk at the time to figure it out. It was not Fever for the Flava by Hot Action Cop. It was Shut Me Up by Mindless Self-Indulgence, MSI. So for anyone that wants to see a guy checking out people in the grocery store and losing his fucking mind, it's a good music video for that.
I can't recall what spurred the conversation.
It was I sang a line from K-pop Demon Hunters about the fit check for my napalm era, but I did it when I was a few hours in, had a few bevies in my system, and I was like into it, feeling things. Something about the cadence of it just reminded you of that, but we couldn't place what the damn song was, and so we spent too much time trying to figure it out.
Hey, did you remember that song about the grocery, reminded you of the grocery store? I'm like, fucking MSI, mindless. It was Shut Me Up. I knew it was what I knew. What I did know was I knew it was MSI. I just didn't know the
song. Yeah. So yeah, I feel like when I was going back and editing, I was just like, I think this is what it is. So I texted you that, and then I said, I think I know what it is. I didn't actually say, but then you said, and I was like, all right, good. We're on the same page.
That's funny.
Sobriety helps with these sorts of things.
I laughed out loud.
I assume you were sober at work. I guess there's no guarantees. Who's to say?
True.
Anyway, yes, I wanted to close the loop on that before we fully turn the page and turn our attention towards 2026, A Look Ahead, in which we decide, well, instead of watching 2 hours of a movie or a few hours of a TV show, what if we watched hours upon hours of trailers for both TV shows and movies? And so we had a lot of homework for this episode. I think more than more than we've had in years past. And I think the reason for that is because we haven't really covered trailers in a good while. So we've been like really banking them up for a while. But we're going to still try to keep this contained to one episode. We'll see how long it goes. But
I think we should be able to fly through it.
Yeah. Right. We've got some things to say about some of these, fewer things to say about others, things we're going to be excited for. But, this is going to be how we've done it in years past. So we're obviously close to a sixth of the way through the year. This is kind of, I feel like what always happens is, we're mid-February, so we're kind of looking back at some of the stuff that either came out in January that we've maybe already kind of dipped our toes into or didn't know anything about. Obviously stuff in February that's kind of true for the beginning, the first half of the month for us. And then we'll take a closer look at what's going on the rest of the year. And I think it's fair to say too, like, we have a lot more stuff for January and February and March because they either already happened or are happening or imminently happening. And so we just know dates for a lot of those things. We have trailers for pretty much all of those things. That goes for the TV side, that goes for the film side. And then, as we're looking towards stuff later in the year, like we don't have a lot of TVs. We don't have anything TV wise dated beyond July. We have obviously things dated for films throughout the year, but we don't have trailers for most of the things in the second half of the year. So once we get to that point, it's really just talking about, hey, what is this thing? When's it coming out? And that sort of thing. So we are just going to talk about these things pretty much in order, in calendar order, starting with TV, then going on to film. It's not an exhaustive list of everything. It never is. There's always new things that pop up, whether it's on the TV or film side of things. If we wanted to be exhaustive, then we would be here a really, really, really long time, and no one wants that. Some of these dates will probably change. It's fair to say sometimes films get delayed for this reason or that reason, or they just get shit canned, WB style, depending on what it is, which is fun because sometimes they get shit canned and come back, and we'll talk about that on this episode. And yeah, we watched like a ton of trailers, but we didn't watch trailers for everything. There's probably some of these things we'd already seen the trailers for because we were interested in, naturally. I did rewatch a fair amount, I would say. But yeah, we're gonna talk through pretty much everything that we have, the kind of lined up for certainly the early parts of the year, and then, like I said, throughout the rest of the year. This is kind of taking the place of our Brews News and Previews episode for probably January and February. At this point, I think we last did one in December. So this kind of fills that void. Obviously, we're skipping over kind of the news, the headlines and stuff like that. We're very much kind of just talking about trailers, and this is all very 2026 centric. Anything for 2027 and beyond, we'll have to wait until we reconvene for some more Brews News and Previews. But we're going to be doing lots of catch up on this episode. Let's put it that way. Lots and lots of trailers to talk about. We're going to speculate, predict, if anything about it. Anything goes. That's kind of the fun of it. Is we sit our ass on a couch or in front of the computer screen, wherever you do it, and you watch a shit ton of trailers, and then you sit your ass back in front of a computer screen and you talk about those trailers. That's what we do. That's what we're doing. That's what we're doing it live. So I guess the only thing that if you want to give it a yay or nay, I think we've done that sometimes before. You can give it a yay or nay if it feels like I'm interested in this or I'm not interested in this. I think is like a fair metric. Like, I think I've learned my lesson, at least, of knowing, like, in years past, I'm like, oh, I'm definitely watching this. Don't watch it. Like that happens so many times that I'm not even going to I'm going to try to avoid saying that. I am sure I will say it at some point about something that I'm confident that I will watch, and then ultimately in a year's worth of time, I'll come back and say, damn,
mostly happens for
The Last
shows,
of Us, season 2 style. Mostly shows. It's a bigger time commitment. It's a little tougher. Especially for you with the little chidlers running around.
I got to tell you, so. I have to tell you about what we're talking about. This. My dad doesn't watch a lot of shows. He's not big on the shows. Well, he started watching Yellowstone. And
so it's a great dad show.
He's got like 2 or 3 more episodes left. I ask him how it's going because I don't know how it's going that far in or whatever, and he's actually he's really upset that it's coming to an end. He's like, oh man, it's just, it's actually, I'm not really enjoying it at all, to be honest with you. It's kind of depressing. I spend a month with these people, and now, I spend 2 hours a night for the past 2 months with these people, and now they're all dying off, and the show's just coming to an end. It's actually very depressing. I don't really want to even talk about it with you, really. And I'm like, yeah, well, I do this shit all the time.
I've got good news for you, because there's lots of Yellowstone content out there beyond the prime Yellowstone.
He's really about the Denton. I don't know what's going on with the Dentons, but it's like, oh, well, he's like, do you know what I'm talking about? I was like, yeah, I know what you're talking about. I do cover podcasts on shows and stuff all the time. Stuff comes to an end all the time. At least you get a satisfying ending, because a lot of shows just.
Yeah, they get a premature ending that is unplanned, and it's just a cliffhanger. That I can't wait for the next season to finish this. Nope, fuck you, fuck you. Not enough people watch this, so eat shit.
That happens.
Hope that they write a comic book, 5 years down the line, in which they finish it up, or a revival 10, 15 years, maybe, if you're lucky, if there's enough of a cult following. Yeah, no, well, I mean, actually, that's a really good place, I think, to jump into television with. I didn't put them on the list, but it should be said for the dads out there that are missing Yellowstone because it ended in 2024, it's okay. There's still more Yellowstone happening, okay? We've got an upcoming series called Marshals that's premiering March 1st, following former U.S. Navy SEAL and rancher Case Dutton.
Oh, yeah.
I'm saying that right?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, he's like in the first episode.
So we got a spinoff, a Dutton spinoff. He's a marshal, or he's joining a specialized group of U.S. Marshals tasked with protecting Montana. So March 1st on CBS, you've got Marshals. You've also got The Madison coming to Paramount Plus on March 14th. I'm sorry, that already. Okay. It has already been renewed for a second season, but that's about Michelle Pfeiffer, Kurt Russell. It's not about those two. It's about the characters. Those two are playing by the name of the Clyburns, Stacy Clyburn and Preston Clyburn. I don't know how they relate in any way to Yellowstone, but presumably some of that family was involved in the Yellowstone shenanigans.
Homie can't be writing all these, right?
He's credited as creating it, at least the pilot written by. I do think, no disrespect to anyone that likes Yellowstone, and this is not meant to be an insult, but I am pretty confident at this point Taylor Sheridan's pumping this shit in ChatGPT.
It's too much content.
You know what I mean?
It's way too much content.
There's so much content, and all of it's kind of has that feel at this point. I mean, I know, again, like, it's okay. It's popular and people like it, and it's fine. At this point, it's now turned into the Walking Dead sort of thing, where I'm just like, oh yeah, once upon a time, I would have been interested in getting into this. Now it's like overwhelming, because you've got the 1883, 1923, and there's more. I think there are at least more on the way.
There's all sorts of Landman's so another many. One.
Landman is like, it's like a Taylor Sheridan show, which I think is adjacent, not technically part of the Yellowstone universe, but it's basically the same thing. Mayor of Kingstown's kind of the same thing. It's like the same. It's a Taylor Sheridan thing without being connected, but it's the same thing. Yeah, there's so many. Lioness, Tulsa King, like, it's kind of insane. I will say I kind of miss the old Taylor Sheridan that actually, gave us Hell or High Waters and Sicarios and Wind Rivers.
Yeah, those were good movies.
I can't say I'm sure he's making the big bucks, so.
For sure. Yeah. And I, from what I've seen of Yellowstone, it's not bad.
No, and I don't think it is, and I think I'd probably have fun with it. I'd probably enjoy it. It's probably a little soapy. It's probably a bit dramatic. There's just so much of it that I kind of feel like, some of it feels like it's like daunting.
Like I saw the trailers for Landman or tidbits from it. It's like, oh, that's Sheridan, isn't it? Like,
and you can just tell. Like, just looking at it, right. the style of it, the dialogue, just all of it feels very
good for him.
Yeah, good on him. He's getting that bag. He's earning that bag.
And I tell you what's cool is it's got my dad watching TV.
That's right. I think Yellowstone might at this point be the quintessential, like, modern era dad show. I don't know what else could even come close to it.
It's pretty cool. So yeah.
Really anything in the Sheridan shared verse.
It's like what you need to watch. You need to watch Sicario, man. Watch that movie.
Might be a little more thoughtful. I don't know. We'll see.
Watch Wind River. But anyways, I pulled us into the weeds already. Sorry.
That's all right. I didn't put all the Yellowstone stuff on our list, but it ended up making its way into the podcast anyway. And I'm sure some people listening
relevant stuff.
Watch many of those shows that we just named. So that's so March is a big month for the continued Yellowstone stuff. Anyway, we are going to go back in time to January of 2026 as we talk about all the TV shows that debuted and in some cases finished in January. But we're going to go to Netflix first. January 8th, we got a Netflix, I think technically a limited series, 6 episodes long, called His and Hers, starring Tessa Thompson and John Bernthal. I think the reviews on this were a little mixed, but we did get a trailer for it. It might be a trailer that you perhaps watched.
Yeah.
Did this strike you as anything that you might want to watch?
Yeah, trailer looked pretty good. I mean, it looked like higher tier Netflix things. You know, I mean, they pulled in some big actors and stuff, so that's cool.
Yeah, I think that's what stuck out to me is those 2 leads. Like that's a pretty good pull, you know. And again, we just talked about Taylor Sheridan getting that bag. I don't think that Tessa Thompson and John Bernthal are above taking paychecks. You know what I mean?
Absolutely not. No,
so
of course
this
not.
could be that. This definitely could be that.
It looks like it's shot a little bit intriguing. Creative, you know.
Yeah.
Looks I don't know. It looks kind of spicy and interesting, you know? Sarah started watching some of this. I think she watched some of episode 1 while we were in here recording the podcast.
Watching it without you. Okay.
And I told her that I was interested in watching it, so she kind of pumped the brakes, but we haven't continued watching it.
Haven't made your way into it, yeah. Okay.
Right. But it is something that we will probably visit and watch, so pretty
right. I'm like 10. There's some other things, especially in January, moving into February, that I'm kind of maybe are higher on my list. So if you check it out, you can report back and let me and the listeners know how it is. And
it's a good couple show.
Maybe I'll make an assessment from
enjoy
there.
It. I tell you one thing that eats me though, and I've always hated this. Not to try to get I'm getting in the weeds already. Again. Apologize, but
how many wines did you have before we started?
I've had 2 beers, really.
Okay.
But this is how bad this irks me. Okay. Have you heard people say it's like my truth? My truth. Have you heard that?
Speak my truth. Yeah,
I've heard it before. About my truth. I don't know what it is about my truth. I fucking hate my truth. You know what I'm saying?
Nails on a chalkboard.
Yes. Yeah. Like the slogan in this Netflix trailer is 2 sides, 1 truth. Yeah. You're not wrong. There's 1 truth. There's like one thing that happened. You know what I mean? And then it just got me thinking about, well, there's his truth and her truth. No, you know? Anyways. Sorry.
Right.
You hear that a lot in a show that is coming up in February 11th, Love is Blind season 11. You hear my truth a lot in those kinds of shows, and it's just excruciating. I hate that.
Yeah, all the reality shows that end up being half of your watch list for the year when it comes to tally it up. All right. On to January 10th. Season 2 of The Pit premiered on HBO Max. So it is still airing. I think we're maybe 6-7 episodes in. This is something that you're probably close to being caught up on, if not literally caught up on.
Every week, we watch it.
So, you're not binging it, I guess, the same way that you did at least a chunk of season 1. Right?
I would like to,
little different experience, but then you'd have to sit on it for 2 months, and so I guess which is a better option. I mean, we talked a lot about. Well, I should say you talked a lot about The Pit, and in our part 1 of our year in review coverage, as it made your top 5 television shows for the year, and so no surprise that you're back on board for season 2. I, for those wondering, am still watching ER, and we'll get around to The Pit at some point. It is very much high on my list, as season 1 was, and that was one that I did not make the time for because I was watching ER, and other things. So yeah, anything else to say on The Pit season 2? I know you're in. I think a lot of people are in, and if they don't know anything about it, or I don't know, probably
if you haven't seen season 1,
continued good buzz about it.
Yeah, just go watch season 1. I mean, you can watch the trailer for season 2. But just watch season 1. I think by episode 2, maybe 3, it's going to grip you really hard, and you're in. So,
okay.
Yeah, highly recommend it.
January 11th. This is one I thought that might catch your interest because I think it's been a few years since we've had a season of this show, but it's a show called Primal over on Adult Swim. My recollection is you watched at least maybe the first season of this. I could be wrong.
I think I watched the first season or
maybe
two.
The first two.
Or maybe I didn't
it's been a
finish
really
season 2.
sporadic release schedule, which means animated is probably part of it, but the first season was split into 2 parts, aired in 2019 and 2020. Season 2 is 2022, and then season 3 started January 11th. It's still ongoing. We'll run through March, but huge, almost 4-year gap between seasons. But I'm putting this so it's back on your radar in case you haven't had a chance to check anything out.
And I actually,
my recollection is you liked it anyway. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong.
No, I thought seasons 1 and parts of season 2. I'm pretty sure I got into season 2 anyways. Or maybe I finished it. I can't remember. It's really cool shit. I really, really enjoy Primal. If you're looking for something just to kind of like, I don't know. It's bingeable, I think, because it's short. But I can't remember where I left off because I watch it sporadically. I need to really tighten up on my animated stuff. Because there's a couple of other shows I've watched on like HBO and Adult Swim, and I've sporadically like I watch a couple episodes and then I don't revisit it for like another 6 months or something, and then I go back to it and I enjoy it still. So my viewing habits on the adult animated stuff is not the best, but I really enjoy Primal. Fair. So yeah, recommend it.
All right, well, new season is airing on Adult Swim right now. January 15th brought us a new show called Ponies, which stands for Persons of No Interest. It's an 8-episode deal. It's already been renewed for a second season, and it stars Emilia Clarke, Game of Thrones very own, and Haley Lou Richardson as, I guess, sort of spies kind of thing. It's kind of a deal. It's like a thriller, spy thriller kind of deal, I think. We do have a trailer for it. In fact, all 8 episodes are available to watch. Should you be so inclined, and this is on Peacock. I don't think I said that. Was this anything that caught your interest?
It looks like it could be interesting. I won't watch it. It's
all right. At least you're honest with yourself, right?
Yeah. I mean, I imagine that it looks like it could be. It looks like it could be entertaining. Looks like it could be good, but it's not. I'm just not watching this kind of TV, so I won't be watching this one.
That's fair. This one's on my list, I will say, and I'm not going to absolutely say that I'm definitely going to watch this because I'm not making those promises if I can help it. But I know Anna has interest, which helps. Obviously, I do like the 2 leads; they seem very charming, and I like the period of it. I think it's like late 70s.
Yeah,
like the way that it's shot and everything. It just aesthetically looks like a cool show. And 8 episodes always feels like I can do
snappy.
That's not bad, right? I can do 8 episodes of roughly 47 to 53 minutes each, according to Wikipedia. I can do that. So I might give this a go. You give his and hers a go. Maybe maybe I'll give Ponies a go, and we can, we'll do book reports for each other.
Fair enough. Okay.
It's on my radar, and I think I have access to Peacock now, if I'm not mistaken. Not many people do, because why would you? But perhaps you could do it to watch Ponies.
The Olympics are on Peacock.
The Olympics, yeah, that's right. That's a good reason. I've been watching most of that through Hulu.
It happens every time I get the Peacock because of the Olympics and.
Yeah,
so.
No, that's a very good point, sir. No, you're not wrong. The Olympics, man, that's where they get you. That's where they fucking get you.
That's where they get me.
All right. January 18th, the latest in the Game of Thrones franchise now at this point, A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms, started streaming on HBO and HBO Max. This is a little bit of a different flavor, I think, of Game of Thrones from what's been happening. It's been dropping weekly, so I think it's just about to finish up in the next week or so. 6 episodes, all pretty short. Do I what?
I was going to ask you, do you have a fever for that flavor?
A fever for the flavor of a fever. I'm sorry, a fever for the flavor of A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms. Is that what you're asking me?
That's what I'm asking.
I do not yet have a fever, but I have heard really good things. I have heard very good things about this. I think what helps it is that it's based off of a novella that was, has a beginning, middle, and end, all written by George R.R. Martin. And I think tonally, I've heard it's just like a nice, more, I don't want to say upbeat might be the wrong word, but lighter show compared to both Game of Thrones and House of the Dragon. And I think that's been refreshing for a lot of people. It's Game of Thrones without dragons because it's in a period of time where the dragons were gone, and that's fine. It's closer to what season 1 of Game of Thrones was, probably, of politicking and just people existing in Westeros and doing Westerosi things and stuff like that. So I do want to watch this. I imagine you're probably a little more on the outs with the Game of Thrones stuff because, it's probably the fair response, even though I was a little bit spurned by season 2 of House of the Dragon. This feels kind of like it could be my thing. So are you feeling the fever?
I feel like it could. Yeah, I feel like it could be interesting. Maybe it's one that gets finished up and I can kind of blitz through it.
Yeah, I think you could, because it's 6 shorter episodes, and that'll be that. I think it is getting a second season, which will be based off of a different novella, but I think this one is fully like the first Duncan Egg novella is. This is a full adaptation of that one, so a complete story, which is pretty
that's
cool.
That's what I like. I mean, that's what I'm all about. So
yeah,
okay,
yeah. Well, I know I don't have to ask you too much about this next one, but January 27th brought us Wonder Man on Disney+, our first entry in the Marvel Cinematic Universe for the year, a television project, which I think, at least if the trailer is an indication, very much doesn't feel like most of the other projects in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. It's kind of a sort of meta show about they're remaking a superhero movie. There was in this universe there was a classic 70s 80s movie of Wonder Man, and now it's getting remade, and Simon Williams is trying out for the part, and maybe he's got Sir Ben Kingsley's Trevor Slattery by his side. I say I know I don't have to ask you too much because I know that you've been watching some Wonder Man, and I assume it's because you were intrigued by it. I assume maybe it sunk its hooks into you enough that you didn't bail on it a few episodes in. So is it fair to say that we might want to have a different, further conversation on Wonder Man?
Yeah, I think we could. I think I'm going to finish this tomorrow. Or on Friday.
You're not done with it.
I'm going to finish it on Friday.
Okay. I was thinking he'd already flown right through it, so you still got a little bit left.
Yeah, no, I think I watched more than half of the season. Okay. They're shorter episodes.
Because I know they're shorter episodes. I think they did a full all-at-once dump for this one, which is, some of the Marvel ones they've done that for, and then some they've they do the week-to-week ones. So, but I think this was, I think 8 episodes, half-hour-ish each, and I think they're, the reviews have been pretty good so far. I've started it myself. I haven't finished it.
Did you really? Okay, good for you. Yeah,
I started it. I've got a few episodes to watch. Let's put it that way. But I've started it.
I watched the first episode, and I was in for the first episode. I watched as much as I could before I had to go to bed, which was like 3, maybe probably 4, maybe chunk. 5 episodes. Yeah, I watched a good chunk, and I enjoyed my time with it a lot. I think the leads are fucking fantastic in this show. I think they're a lot of fun, and I think it's I don't know. There's a lot of levity in the show, and it's fresh. It's fresh from Marvel.
Very different from a lot of what we have seen from Marvel in the past. Definitely agree with that. Yeah. Abdul Mateen II playing the lead there in Wonder Man. Just to give credit where credit is due. And then we've got one last entry for January, which is the 28th, brought us the season debut for season 3 of Shrinking over on Apple TV, which is the Jason Segel and Harrison Ford, our therapist show, which by all accounts, I think is very funny. Having watched all of one episode in my life, I enjoyed it and would like to get into it more. I believe it's a show my parents watch and recommend. So for anyone that has watched the first 2 seasons of Shrinking and weren't aware that season 3 has started, it's started. So this is my message to you. Any thoughts on that? Ready to jump into February?
Yeah, let's talk about February 4th. Big one.
February 4th, we got The Muppet Show. We're still talking about past tense because these things have already happened. But we got The Muppet Show, a TV special, actually, a little half-hour deal on Disney+. It's not a series. I think the hope is maybe that this will be a revival of the classic original The Muppet Show series, but this was kind of a one-off deal with Sabrina Carpenter, Maya Rudolph, and Seth Rogen, which I haven't watched, but I thought it looked like a blast. So, I don't know. What'd you think?
It looked really funny. I like Sabrina Carpenter, so
sure.
Might watch it. Might watch that.
It's literally 32 minutes. So, I mean,
no reason not to.
There are a lot of things that you could do with your time that I think would be far more wasteful than spending it watching The Muppet Show. So I do want to give this a go. I love The Muppets, man. I always love The Muppets. I feel like they keep trying to do Muppet shows, and I've always liked them, but they haven't quite had the right... I don't know. This just feels kind of classic, like the right sort of tone.
Did I tell you I watched the Muppet? I watched a Muppet deal. I think for Christmas or Halloween or something. Did I tell you about that?
Which Muppet deal was it that you watched? I don't know if we talked about it.
I watched a Muppet thing where they go into a house. Somebody goes into a house for, I can't remember what the fuck it was called. Somebody walks into a house and it's like they couldn't leave until like dawn or something. And it was pretty damn entertaining. It was pretty good.
Interesting. Was it like classic Muppets, new Muppets? Like what was it?
I feel like it was a couple years old.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know what that is, but I love the Muppets, so I don't know.
I'll find out and I'll tell you what it is.
All right.
I'm pretty sure it was Halloween related, but anyways,
well, I know there was like
going.
I feel like they did a Haunted Mansion thing, but that was years ago. I feel like I don't know. If
that's what it was. It was Haunted Mansion. Okay. It was a Haunted Mansion, 2021.
Okay. I feel like I remember that. I might have even started that. I can't remember. I I feel like I might have given it a go.
Was that it? Maybe that. I don't think that was it. No, it was a New Year's. It was a New Year's party.
Okay.
It was Muppets New Year's.
Muppets New Year's.
It was something about somebody wanted to go to New Year's party and he wasn't invited or something, so they had to go to this other place.
Okay. Interesting. Well, I don't think I've seen that. Well, if you can't find it here, then we'll just bring it back at the beginning of the next episode and fill people in. All right, we can go through these next few in February. We got a couple more before we're up to real time, before we're up to modern day, present era for us. February 8th, The Burbs on Peacock. We got a trailer for this. All 8 episodes are out on Peacock now. If you need to take a break from the Olympics, it's got Keke Palmer and Jack Whitehall. It's a remake. If people recognize the title, it's a remake of the 1989 Tom Hanks film, which I have to say I've never seen. Did this catch your eye? Was this anything for you? The Burbs?
Yeah. So it's been a long time since I've seen that original Burbs, but I watched it numerous times.
Okay.
Growing up, and I always thought that was a really fun concept. Like there's the concept of like the creepy neighbor and like he's murdering people who were in his backyard and everybody's like all into it.
Sure.
And we grew up in like HOA neighborhoods and stuff, so it's like very much the setting and everything that we live in. And so this is a lot of fun. This looks like a lot of fun. This looks like a show that looks like it could be a lot of fun again. So I think that Sarah and I might pick up The Burbs after our like when we can kind of like regulate our nightly nights,
Sure,
because we have American Idol on Monday, we have The Pit on Thursday, we have family dinners on Tuesday. Like once we can like find a night for it, I think I'll present The Burbs. I think it looks fun.
Okay, all right. Well, I'll await your book report for that one as well potentially. because I've got other stuff that I want to watch. It's lower in my list, but it looks charming enough. I'm not making it a priority. I can already say that right now. Because February 11th, I've got to be spending time falling in love blindly on Love is Blind, season 10. I wrote it as 11 on the script, but it's actually season 10. We'll probably get season 11 later this year. One of these seasons, by the way, they did in Philadelphia, so I'm really looking forward to that one. That might be either later this year or early next year. That'll be really exciting. See if I recognize anyone. But Love is Blind season 10 debuted on Netflix. I think at this point in time, we've only gotten the pod episodes, or maybe like the pods and then some of the outside of the pods episodes. I'm not sure. I haven't watched any of it yet. Sounds like
they're in the apartments
from your okay. I was gonna say the apartments. Yeah, there are still episode drops that have not happened yet. I think I know that. So we definitely haven't had the weddings. There might be maybe another drop before that potentially. Yeah. It's Ohio this year, or this season, I should say, because I guess they couldn't get enough people from like one city, so they just kind of did a statewide sort of deal. I've seen, things online, some chatter, some buzz. People have thoughts about people and their things they say and do and all that, but that's kind of Love is Blind in a nutshell. I mean, everyone that watches Love is Blind has to know what they're getting into. And I know I did say that season 9 was my worst show of 2025. And it was because it was like, even for Love is Blind, it was like really fucking bad. Hopefully this is a return to form. I don't know. You've been watching, it sounds like, maybe, so you can tell me.
I've seen a little bit of it. Sarah hijacked the TV and said, we're watching this, and I was playing, I got sucked into the Spider game on my phone again, which is a disease, but anyways, I've seen a little bit here and there.
It's Love is Blind. Is that fair to say?
It's for sure. It's funny though, because there's like one couple that's talking like she's like, I'm a sexual lady and I just want to, blah, 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 and she's going to be throwing it on this dude tonight, and he's all about it. And she's like, oh, you're so sexy. And, they're going to be, this is their first night together. You know what's happening to that one, right? And then there's this other guy and he busts out his sleep apnea mask. He throws that thing on. He says, what do you think about this? And then he rolls over on his back on his other side. And throws, so like they're holding hands, but he's facing the other way with his mask on. It's like, oh man, they're married already. So it's funny, but
classic.
It's Love is Blind. So.
Yeah, that's kind of what I figured. I'll probably watch it because
glutton.
It could be worse. Could do worse.
I don't know.
All right, moving into things that haven't happened yet. We've arrived at that point. The 23rd of this month will bring us Season 2 of Paradise over on Hulu. I did not watch Season 1. I don't know if you did or if this was anything that was on your radar, if you know anything about it, but I feel like it was a pretty popular show.
The president and his bodyguard. I remember this.
Yeah. Little bad things happening in the United States of America and how people respond to that and what happens from that point. Some intrigue, political thriller, post-apocalyptic political thriller is what it says. Sterling K. Brown, Julianne Nicholson, James Marsden. Yeah, I got a little buzz at one of the Emmys, I think, recently. So I think the first season reviewed fairly well, 8 episodes. I assume the second season will be 8 as well. But I haven't watched it, but for anyone that has, I'm just putting
I watched the first episode, maybe 2.
About to start. Okay, so you did watch some of it. Okay.
Yeah, and then I realized I saw on the internet what the turn was, and I don't know. I didn't watch it after a couple episodes. Not that it's bad. Or anything,
okay. Not what you needed.
I saw where it was going. It's like, okay, well, I can probably imagine how this is going to be, and I was like, okay, I'm okay. Yeah.
All right. Well, that's fair. Totally fair. Yeah, I don't know. It seemed intriguing to me, and then it's probably a classic. This to me feels like a classic thing that 4 years ago I'd be like, I'm gonna watch season 1. I'm gonna get right into season 2. I'm like, no. I mean,
a lot of stuff on TV.
Maybe it happens. A lot of stuff. There's a lot of movies to watch too. We haven't gotten there yet, but maybe we'll see. A lot of content. We will see. Something that does intrigue me, and and I probably still will not watch it right away because it's a show that I never technically finished in its first run, is Scrubs. We're getting a revival on Scrubs on ABC starting February 25th. I think a 9-episode revival. Were you ever a Scrubs person? Did you ever watch Scrubs back in the day?
Man, I watched a couple Scrubs.
Couple Scrubs.
Yeah, I don't need Scrubs 20 years later though. I don't like what is going on. I feel like it's just an extended T-Mobile commercial. You know, like what's going on here?
Well, yeah, it definitely has a little bit of those vibes. You're not wrong. I really liked Scrubs back in the day, but it is good. A show that I didn't finish. It's I mean, yes, and it aired from, let's check our notes, 2001 to 2008. So yes, we are looking at a show quite literally 20 years later. And I mean,
and they're doing the same thing that they were doing 20 years ago too. It looks like, anyways, you know.
It's definitely the same style of humor and stuff. I think it's more of a passing of the torch where JD, Zach Braff's character, is now the head doctor, or he's the one that's in charge teaching all the young kids and stuff like that. But I almost feel like we kind of got part of that towards the end of, like, I feel like the final season of Scrubs was basically like most of the regular cast had left at that point, and they brought in a bunch of new people, and then everyone was just like, I don't want this. I don't want this. And then it got canceled. So it feels kind of like that, but at least it has the separation in time, which I think can benefit from. Like, I feel like doing that 1 year after everyone has left your other show, it's like, well, why do I care?
Yeah, right.
And that's the classic thing of shows, is like they just go too long and then it just turns into something else entirely. This at least makes sense. It's a shorter episode run. I don't know. I could see it being, charming and fun and stuff like that. And I guess it is kind of that thing though. Like, unless you watch the original Scrubs and like the original Scrubs, this probably doesn't have any appeal for you. You know what I mean? Like, this is very much for that audience, and
I was pretty young when Scrubs was around too, so I remember watching Scrubs. I just don't remember, like, I can remember certain episodes and certain things that happened in certain episodes, but I don't really remember I don't remember a lot of it,
No, that's fair. I remember liking a lot, and I think I just didn't finish it. There's just 182 episodes. There's just a lot. It's a lot of half-hour, fucking sitcom episodes to get through, and it was funny and charming. Bill Lawrence was the creator, who also co-created a show by the name of Ted Lasso, which we'll talk about at some point this episode. Ooh, exciting!
Ted Lasso, what?
Yeah. I got you interested with that. Just threw some Ted Lasso in your face and you suddenly perked up. I don't know. I don't think I will watch this right away, but I could see a future in which I go back and watch Scrubs as like a fun thing to just watch over the course of however many years. And then by the time I get around to this revival, like, it might be fun and cutesy and enjoyable. And I don't know. But either way, if you're a fan of Scrubs and you're excited about this, then hey, it's coming out in a week. Might even be started, by the time you're listening to this. So we have one last entry in February, season 2 of Monarch: Legacy of Monsters over on Apple TV. A continuation of the Godzilla and Kongverse, I guess. Does it have I feel like it has a cinematic universe name, and now I'm blanking on what it actually is.
It's just Legacy. Is it not Legacy of Monsters or Monsters or something like that?
Yeah, it could just be the monster. I guess
Monsterverse?
It's just called the Monsterverse. Literally, okay, it's the simplest thing. I guess it's actually not a bad name. I was just like, I don't know. Sometimes they always come up with these stupid fucking names for these things and overcomplicate things. But yes, this is a continuation of the Monsterverse, in which I think most recently got Godzilla times Kong, where you had the Power Glove and the pink tail. We've also had Godzilla vs. Kong, King of the Monsters, Kong Skull Island, and then going back to Godzilla 2014, which is kind of a different franchise because, I mean, it's morphed into something very, very different, I think, 10 plus years later. But I started season 1 back in, I think, 2024 is when it started, 2023, it looks like, and liked it, but didn't love it, didn't finish it. I will say, it looks very expensive.
Yeah, it does.
Like, it looks like movie quality shit, and the cast is good. You've got Anna Sawai, You've got Kurt Russell and Wyatt Russell kind of playing same character, different points in time. Like, there's definitely some stuff to like here, and it looks very fucking cinematic and you know, impressive, and more of the same for the MonsterVerse. Like, it feels very much just like another entry in the MonsterVerse, if that's what you're looking for. So I could see myself finding some enjoyment in this, but I would have to go back and watch season 1 and then 10 episodes of season 2. So
I just need Bennett
could be a show
a couple years later or a couple years older.
Yeah. Like, right. Yeah. Like you'd be fine if he was a little bit older,
I'd
but
sit here,
might be a little intense, little too adult. Yeah. I don't know, but color me intrigued. I will say, I will put this on my.
Looks like fun.
Anna's
TV.
probably not going to watch this kind of show, but I could watch it, you know, with downtime and watch over 10 episodes over the span of, you know, 6 months or whatever, however long it takes.
It looks very good looking. It looks like, I mean, like you said, it looks like
it's very impressive. Like visually, it does look like a fucking movie. Like, that's kind of crazy, but bodes well for Apple TV shows that maybe could benefit from lots of money being poured into them. Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right, so March. March is probably, I guess we've got a few in April as well, but when I say March is probably the last month where we're really kind of, you know, have things wall to wall, so to speak. So March 1st, DTF St. Louis over on HBO Max is a hell of a title for a show. It is a limited series starring Jason Bateman and David Harbour and Linda Cardellini and others, I think, if I recall correctly from the trailer. This admittedly didn't make it into my initial pass of writing out the script of things to watch, but there's a little sizzle reel that HBO put out, and it was also something that I think Auto played after a different HBO trailer. And I was like, what is this thing that I don't know about that has Jason Bateman and David Harbour in it? And I watched it, and I thought, that looks pretty intriguing. I don't know. This could be something. HBO usually puts out pretty good stuff. Not always, but pretty good stuff. So yeah, this is one I didn't ask you to watch the trailer for, but I believe you mentioned off air before we started recording that you had watched the trailer for it. So was it something that
saw it as either for Super Bowl or for,
that's possible? Yeah.
I can't remember exactly where I saw it. This looks like a banger of a show. I think this is going to probably be a real good one.
Yeah, I think so too. It's described as a love triangle between 3 adults experiencing middle-aged malaise, which leads to one of them ending up dead. Who will it be? Watch the trailer, or probably the pilot episode. You'll probably find out pretty quickly. Look, it was kind of an out of nowhere. Didn't know anything about it being made, and now it's 2 weeks away from coming out, and probably a weekly drop. I think that's the HBO standard, but could see this being pretty cool. I don't know if we have an episode count on it either, but I would guess probably somewhere in the 6 to 8 range. Yeah. So I'm intrigued. I'm definitely intrigued by it, I will say. And I am also intrigued by the other HBO Max thing that's coming out in March on March 8th called Rooster, which stars Steve Carell in the lead. This is a 10-episode series, which is also coming from Bill Lawrence, the co-creator of Ted Lasso, to say his name again.
Okay.
If that intrigues you, if that appeals to you. And I think he also worked on Shrinking. He's a busy guy. He's Taylor Sheridaning about, but with like shorter form comedic shows, which feels more sustainable than like 20 episodes of fucking dramatic shit. But what do I know? I don't know how to write. I don't know how to make shows. So I maybe don't know if it's as much work as it seems like it would be, but either way, Rooster, upcoming series, co-created by Ted Lasso's very own Bill Lawrence. Like I said, stars Steve Carell, you know, his I guess his daughter is going through some shit, so he's kind of going through some shit. Part of that, I don't know. It looked something about it just seemed kind of genuine and heartfelt when I saw the trailer, and this is very much
that's some Ted Lasso. That's
I guess that's his signature, perhaps. Yeah, maybe. What did you think?
This looks very good. It looks very good. Now that you say that it is from the same guy as Ted Lasso, then I can see that.
Okay, yeah,
and I'm here for it. It looks good.
All right. Well,
I really like I like Steve's like his approach. Almost, it just feels very authentic.
Yeah.
Like, his character in this show feels real authentic. So I don't know. I think it's. I also feel like I haven't
really. I feel like I haven't watched Steve Carell on anything in a while. Certainly not anything like this. I feel like he did Space Force, and it was kind of just like,
yeah,
I'm good. That. I guess we're hearing his voice in the Despicable Me movies. I'm just like looking at his resume, and yeah, I don't think I've really seen him in anything in a while. He's been doing stuff. He's been working on stuff. I just haven't really watched anything that he's been in.
Out of your radar, yeah.
The 4 seasons.
He's good though.
Looks like last year, but
that's supposed to be a really good show. The 4 seasons. I've heard a couple people like sing praises of that show. That one's on my radar to watch.
Well, clearly I didn't watch it because I didn't see Steve Carell in anything for a while. But this definitely catches my eye. Definitely appeals to me. So Rooster, that's on March 8th. March 11th, Prime Video has entered the fray with Scarpetta, a adaptation of the Patricia Cornwell books about Kay Scarpetta. She's, I believe, a forensic scientist, and she's going to be played by Nicole Kidman. Her sister is being played by Jamie Lee Curtis, and it is filmed with brand new technology in which they've smothered the cameras with Vaseline to create this really lovely aesthetic. It's a bold, exciting new direction for television.
Okay, I'm glad I'm not the only one that thought this looked like shit. It did look like, yeah, okay, good.
Well, it looks like shit. I mean, just for saying purely in terms of aesthetics, what the hell is going on with this show? It's like everything has that weird glowy, like flashback sort of like effect to it, which kind of always looks like dog shit in other shows too. Like it's almost like a soap opera kind of thing. I don't know, but it also just looks like shit. I think.
Yeah, I'm not here for any of it. I don't know what the fuck's going on. There's like some flashback stuff. Yeah.
I'm good on Nicole Kidman. I'm good on Jamie Lee Curtis, to be quite honest. I think I'm just fucking good, man.
There's a term that I use at work when for folks that linger on things too long, when they don't need to. I say the sentence I use is, Ron, listen, dude, if it looks like a turd and smells like a turd and looks like a turd, that's probably a turd. You can just cross it off your list. And so I will be using that mentality with this Scarpetta, and I will not be watching Scarpetta. It smells like a turd, looks like a turd. It's probably a turd. So
yeah, probably a turd. Yeah, I should backtrack. Nicole Kidman is fine for the limited purpose of welcoming me to an AMC theaters. But other than that, I think I'm kind of off the train at this point. I don't know. Nothing about this.
I don't think she's bad. She could be okay. Just not.
She can be fine. She can be fine. Just everything about this looks bad and just rubs me the wrong way. I just don't like it. So, well, we had to have a mess in the bunch, right?
Yeah. We might have more. We'll talk about it.
We might have more. We'll get to it, I suppose. March 18th, Invincible Season 4 returns to Prime Video. Maybe Scarpetta won't get you, but maybe another season of Invincible will. I don't know if you're caught up. I am certainly not.
I am not.
It's there. It's happened. I feel like they're putting them out more rapidly now. I feel like it was such a long lag time. I feel like of getting them animated and getting them ready to go, and now it feels like they're like coming out every year. So, which is good, for people who like the show and want more of it. But for people like me who haven't watched a single episode, it's not very helpful. So, but it's coming. It's coming if you want to catch up and get back on the train for Invincible. March 20th is a really intriguing entry. Jury Duty presents Company Retreat. We don't have a trailer for it. This is coming to Prime Video because I think Freevee doesn't technically exist anymore. As the title would imply, it's a Jury Duty follow-up. They couldn't just do Jury Duty again because the novelty of Jury Duty was just, it was lightning in a bottle. Thing. You could only do it the one time that particular way and have it get pulled off in that spectacular fashion. Because anyone that hasn't watched Jury Duty from a couple of years ago, however long ago it was. Incredible show, very, very funny, highly recommended. They're switching things up, and I think it's the same general conceit. You've got an unsuspecting person who is an actual person who ends up in a setting in which he's surrounded entirely by actors who are all doing bits and are just fucking with him the whole time. And instead of it being jury duty, instead of it being in a courtroom, it's on a company retreat. And that's kind of the setup. That's the premise, which sounds very different, but feels like it could work. It could work. I think they could potentially pull it off again. I think because it's so different, it maybe won't feel like they're trying to just do the same thing again. You know what I mean? So I'm excited. I really want to see what they do with it. Really intrigued by it. All right. Now, finally, in March 24th, we will be getting at least the first episode, I think maybe the first 2 episodes, if I'm not mistaken, of Daredevil Born Again Season 2 on Disney+. It would be 8 episodes total for this season. And yeah, I mean, this is a show that made our top 5, I think both of us, for our 2025, favorite shows of the year. And this is the first season in which I think there's a singular vision happening. It's not the hodgepodge Frankenstein monsters version of an old version before they stopped it and reset it and decided to, go in a different direction with it. Like, this is full on a continuation of kind of where the last season left and bringing it forward. So it's more Matt and Kingpin stuff, but there's a lot of really cool elements that we have seen, even just in this little teaser that we got, including a new suit for Daredevil.
Yeah, Kingpin's
ring. Boxing, a little celebrity boxing match, it looks like, in which he's going to beat the fuck out of someone, from what we can tell. Bit bloody. But yeah, black suit for Daredevil. He's got double D's now. And no, not that kind. He's got the double D's on his chest. And no, not that kind. But Jessica Jones is motherfucking back, making her, I guess, sort of proper MCU debut in a way.
Sick ass logo treatment with the March 24th sick logo treatment. Yeah.
Sure. It seems like we're going to have a bit more Karen this time around. We do see Foggy briefly in a scene. I would presume a flashback, but hopefully we'll see more Foggy at some point. I'm pretty pumped. How about you?
Sam's. Yeah, for sure. It's going to be good. It's going to be good.
Yeah, very, very excited. On to April 6th. A big one. Methinks Maul Shadow Lord. Star Wars Maul Shadow Lord on Disney Plus, an animated show. An animated show about Darth motherfucking Maul. I guess he's not really Darth Maul. Man. He's just Maul at that point, I guess. Shadow Lord. But what do you think? You pretty pumped for this one too?
So this one is it's after.
Yes, I looked into this. It's a year after the Clone Wars, which I think puts it between, like, a little bit after Revenge of the Sith, but firmly before. Well, I guess firmly before that little bit in Rebels.
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah,
but this is but it's before the Emilia Clarke deal.
I think it could. I think probably pre-Solo, yes, because it seems like it's kind of about how he's putting together a crime syndicate and some. Okay. So I assume he's, by the time we see him at the end of Solo, he's probably more established as a crime lord. I think. I don't 100% know that for a fact, but that's my impression.
I get the impression he's trying to put people together.
Right.
This looks. But but it's weird though. They have the yeah, I guess you're right. After episode 3. Anyways, sorry. I'm watching the trailer as we're talking about it. This looks awesome. This looks so cool. Very cool. The lightsaber play looks awesome. Mm-hmm. Maul is awesome. He's menacing. I'm very interested to see what this is. This looks like it could be something very, 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 very cool. Something that I will very much enjoy watching.
Yeah, no, me too. And I know I've kind of been in and out on some of the animated stuff on the Star Wars side, and it also took me way too many years to get around to actually watching Rebels. But this feels very much like something I do want to watch, and watch this year, like when it comes out. sort of thing. So I'm hopeful that I will make the time for this one. It looks very cool. It's definitely, animated in a style close to the Clone Wars. But yeah, it seems like it'll probably be a little bit darker, a little bit more adult in terms of the storytelling, because it's a Maul focused thing, and he doesn't really seem like a kid friendly character to some extent. You know what I mean? So, it's a 10 episode deal. We're getting two a week starting on April 6th. So it will finish up on May the 4th be with you, which is fun. Very good. Yeah, I'm between that and Daredevil, we're going to be end of March, early April. We're looking good. We are looking good, I would say. So yeah, that's April 6th. We're getting Maul Shadow Lord.
What's this next one? What's on April 8th?
April 8th is a show called The Testaments, which is a narrative follow-up to the television series called The Handmaid's Tale. So I think Handmaid's Tale I think it might have finished up last year. I think its final season aired last year, if I'm not mistaken.
Jesus Christ, for real? That long?
Season 6. Yeah, it started in 2017, so it's kind of it's pretty close to a Stranger Things type release schedule.
Man.
It's lived long. It existed long enough that real life has just become The Handmaid's Tale. So it's really fun. Yeah, The Testaments is a follow up based on a novel by Margaret Atwood, who also wrote the Handmaid's Tale novel. So it is not just fully just making it up. I guess at this point it is it's a continuation based off of a continuation. 5 years after the series finale. I think it's a new cast. I'm not sure if there's any crossover from the original story, from the original show, but yeah, it's just kind of the what happens next in that world, and that really fun, exciting world that is really awesome for all women. So yeah, if you need more bleak shit, outside of the headlines, then you've got The Testaments coming to you April 8th. So what do you think? I guess you probably Handmaid's Tale is one you watched some of, right?
I watched. I feel like I watched 2 or 3 seasons of it. I think it's really good. From what I've watched, I really to say I really enjoyed it sounds kind of fucked up of me, but I think but
you can appreciate it for its quality, at the same time.
Right. I think it's a really good show. I would be tempted to go back and watch it from the beginning and actually finish it if there wasn't so much stuff that we were interested in watching.
Yeah, plus that alone is a lot too. That's 6 seasons of however many episodes, so that adds up.
Yeah, but it's definitely watchable. It's gripping television. It's something that you can really dig into. So it's just really fucking heavy.
Yeah,
some heavy.
Yeah,
shit,
I think
dude.
that's part of it too. It's you're gonna binge 60 episodes of some really heavy shit. I don't know. That's a tall task. So yeah, but either way, hey, you can do that, and then you can watch more in The Testaments on April 8th, starting April 8th, I'll say. But also starting on April 8th is the final season 5 of The Boys, Prime Video. The show is wrapping up. What will happen? Will all the boys die? Will Homelander get got? I don't know. All these questions will be answered starting in April. Running through, I think, May 20th is when it will fully end. I didn't watch season 4 of The Boys. I think I've talked about this in the past. Yeah, I think your impression was it's fine. It's it's not bad, but it maybe wasn't moving the story forward in a hugely significant direction. Maybe it's just setting the stage up for a bigger, more exciting final season potentially. For me, I think I got stuck in the, I got to watch Gen V, and now I got to go back and watch The Boys, and now I got to watch another season of Gen V. Part of the problem too, and this is a true story, and I had a ritual of watching The Boys when we ate from a certain restaurant in Philadelphia, and that restaurant is now closed, which makes it really difficult to continue that ritual. So I think that our viewership of The Boys stopped around the time that restaurant closed. So makes it difficult. I'd love to get back into it. I'm hard pressed to see a reality in which I'm caught up by April 8th or even by May 20th. But but I would like to do it. So, but I imagine you're pretty much caught up. You're content to skip out on Gen V and go right into finishing up The Boys. So yeah, is this something you're planning on watching?
Yeah, I mean, I think I've gone on record in saying The Boys is all I need in that universe. I'm not interested.
Which is valid. You know.
But so that's all I'm committing to is The Boys, and I've committed to. I've gone through season 4, and I will finish through season 5, and we will be done with The Boys. Yeah, I'm looking forward to an end. Not to say, like, I know it sounds like I haven't appreciated something when I say it like that, but beginning, middle, and an end, and when you don't have a beginning, middle, and an end, you get like a fucking season 4, which is disappointing.
Right, where is this going? Is, has this lost the plot? For sure. And
you lose your way,
Certainly the hope is that season 5 is the finale that, you want it to be, It's probably not going to be.
And based off of the trailer, it looks like it. I think it will be. So.
Yeah, it's going to be intense. I think we're probably going to be losing some characters that we've come to appreciate, and hopefully some of the baddies will get justice done to them as well. So get got. Yeah. Exactly. We'll see. April 8th, April 10th. Malcolm in the Middle, Life's Still Unfair on Hulu. We're getting a Malcolm in the Middle revival. I think everyone's pretty much back for it. Were you a Malcolm in the Middle watcher as a child? Okay, I wasn't sure. I put this on here. I didn't
elementary, middle school. That was Reagan was a big Malcolm in the Middle fan.
Yes, sure. Frankie Muniz, I remember right. Bryan Cranston, Jane Kaczmarek. Yeah. I was not a Malcolm in the Middle watcher myself, so I put this as hey, I'm going to put this on the list. I'm not going to ask you to watch a trailer for it. I figured if you were a Malcolm in the Middle kid, and then you probably would have watched the trailer already. So, all right, well, this is probably a bit of a miss for both of us then. It's probably a scrub sort of deal for you of, I'm not really going to watch a revival of a show that I didn't watch it, like there's no nostalgia there, so I'm not really going to care about this. But for those out there that maybe do have that nostalgia, it's an option. It's an option on April 10th. So moving on to 3 more things in April. The 12th, season 3 of Euphoria over on HBO. This is another one for me. I'm kind of off it. Anna's watched it, so I'm sure she'll be watching it. I don't know that I'm going to catch up in time. But I know you watched some of it. Did you end up watching both seasons of Euphoria? I feel like you went through at least season 1.
Yeah, well, I feel like I watched season 1.
Okay.
I didn't watch much else, but perhaps we need to get back on it.
Perhaps
the season looks pretty wild.
Yeah. I mean, it's been a while. I feel like since season 2 came out, so I think the characters are a little bit older, maybe in some different places and stuff. But shenanigans happening. Frankenstein's in it, or his monster, which we shall say.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah, and MJ's in it, and others.
That's right.
You know, for talking about other roles that they've had, for sure. Yeah. So season 3 debuts April 12th. I don't really have much to say on my end, but I know it's a big show that's kind of off my radar. But I will probably.
It's got a lot of people that grew up I feel like Euphoria gave them exposure and exploded their popularity.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like for Jacob Elordi particularly, that's true. Hunter Schafer. I mean, probably one of Sydney Sweeney's bigger roles. I feel like that definitely made her more of a household name. So
was Zendaya? Was that not like Zendaya's breakout?
Yeah, I mean that's probably. I feel like it was probably more of Zendaya's adult breakthrough role. You know what I mean? Because I think she's a Disney Channel kid. So it was kind of hey, I'm a serious actor too. Kind of thing for her, if I'm not mistaken. So. Yeah,
now she's in fucking Dune.
She's in the Spider-Mans. She's in
Jacob Elordi's in Frankenstein.
She's in a movie that we're going to talk about later that we sort of alluded to in the beginning, but she's going to be in that one too. We'll get there.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. I won't watch Euphoria season 3 unless I watch season 2.
That seems fair.
I don't find anything.
I feel the same way
into season 2, so
okay.
I probably won't watch.
I was thinking maybe you had watched both seasons, and so this would be, hey, season 3's lined up, ready to go when you get around to it. But It seems not, but that's all right. Margot's got Money Troubles, April 15th, Apple TV. Elle Fanning, here she is. She's back. Nicole Kidman. She looks better in this, I will say, in this 50-second teaser that we got anyway. Michelle Pfeiffer, Nick Offerman. I think it's a book adaptation. Yeah, I don't know. It's sort of about someone who turns to OnlyFans to make some money, I think is kind of the general conceit of it. So that could be spicy and interesting. I don't know. But it's a good cast. Generally speaking, seems kind of interesting, I think, from what little we've seen, what little we know of it. But I don't know. It feels like a see how the reviews shake out and then assess whether I will watch from that point kind of show for me. How about you?
I think this looks infinitely better than the other Nicole Kidman.
Well, that is true. Yes, 100%. 100%.
I think this looks like something that would be fun to watch. I think this one's probably going to be pretty good.
The tone.
Michelle Pfeiffer looks like she's killing it in this show.
Yeah.
It looks like, I kind of got Juno vibes in a way, even though it's not about,
I can see that. Yeah.
Like trying to figure your shit out kind of deal, and I think I don't know. I think it's probably going to be good storytelling. It's probably going to be a very good show. So I'm pretty excited about that one, honestly. Is it written by Ted Lasso guy?
Has he got another one? I don't think so. I don't think he's in on this one, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's David E. Kelly who's created this, who I feel like he's done a bunch of shit. Like Doogie Howser, Chicago Hope, The Practice, Boston Legal, Ally McBeal. Has he done anything else? I think he did Big Little Lies more recently, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, okay, I know that one.
The Undoing, other stuff. Yeah, he did do Big Little Lies, Goliath. So yeah, I mean, he's pretty. Is a pretty active guy. Maybe not as active as either Mr. Ted Lasso or Taylor Sheridan, but active nonetheless. But yeah, that's what we've got on the 15th. And finally, April 23rd, Stranger Things, you thought it was over. Conformity Gate is real. No, just kidding. It's an animated show called Tales from 85. Stranger Things Tales from 85. I don't know about this one. How about you?
Yeah, I'm not going to watch this shit.
I'm not inherently opposed to an animated spinoff deal for Stranger Things. I think that could have been cool. I think it's weird that they didn't do it in the big fucking gaps of time that they had. You know what I mean? You had like 3 years between seasons 3 and 4, and then another 3 years between seasons 4 and 5. Why were you not doing this in between? Especially because this is a show that takes place between seasons 2 and 3, and because it's a spinoff animated show, it's not going to be that plot consequential. And it's not plot consequential because we already know how the show ended. So like anything that happens in this show will not have any effect on the mainline show. You know what I mean? Like they could, retcon things to fit into it, but like realistically it has no impact on it. I just kind of think, I don't know, like why weren't you seizing on people's like desire for Stranger Things while people were anxiously awaiting more Stranger Things, instead of at the point now where, I don't know, people weren't in love with that finale or the final season. And, we've said many things about it and all that, but it just feels like a weird time and space to drop this, not only after, but like right after, like, 4 months after. That just doesn't seem like enough time. I don't know. And also, none of the original cast is in here voicing their characters. I don't know. It feels kind of low rent and like an afterthought. I don't know.
Make it a Netflix video game. You know what I'm saying?
Like, yeah, a video game would have been fine.
It feels like one of those. What was that Walking Dead game that came out a few years ago? Probably a fucking decade now. But
like Telltale stuff. Is that what you're thinking of?
Yeah. That's what.
Yeah, it's got those vibes, and I think that would be fine because it's like, all right. I mean, it's fun for those who enjoy it, and like you could build a story out of nothing, and yeah, I mean, it's not going to affect the mainline story, but like, I don't know, like even this could like that could be more interesting than the the fucking plays that we talked about that they're doing. I just don't know. I'm not opposed to this. I just don't. This just does nothing for me. Like this particular thing does nothing for me. Like if it's good, great, but I still don't know that I'm going to be compelled to watch it, even as someone that did like that final season. So I don't know. Just feels weird.
I'll be watching Maul, Shadow Lord, and Margot's Got Money Troubles.
There's other things I'd be watching. You know, yeah, that's exactly it. There's other things I would rather be watching. I think, just quite honestly. So, but maybe it's supposed to be like the Jurassic thing, where it's like more kid friendly kind of thing. Like, you know, maybe Stranger Things mainline series is too intense, so here's a kid thing for them. Except apparently that one's actually pretty good. Camp Cretaceous, I feel like that's the one you said is pretty good.
It's actually pretty good.
Yeah,
it's actually pretty good.
All right, May, and we are winding down on TV, folks. Just 2 in May, 1 in July. June still exists as part of the 2026 calendar, I can confirm. And then we've got some undated stuff that we'll go through pretty quickly. May 13th, Good Omens will finish with a single 90-minute episode, finishing up the story, or at least whatever hanging plot threads they had from season 2. I think the intent was to do a full season 3, and then, you know, Neil Gaiman happened. And they, I think, instead of just fully canceling it, maybe felt that would be unfair to the people who are not Neil Gaiman and that are involved in the production of the show, and so they are giving us a wrap up of it. So you know, it's something. No trailer for this yet. You know, it's kind of in a weird space now too, where it's kind of just like everything kind of has a weird stink on it. You know what I mean? But I, you know, again,
that's what I should have told my dad when he was talking about Taylor Sheridan. Imagine like there's like 3 or 4 properties out there that you have like television shows going, and the guy's a fucking creepy ass, weird ass, terrible fucking person, and then everything gets shut down. It's like, god damn it, man. Okay,
yeah,
you know,
yeah, no, it's not a great situation for for anyone. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I assume we watched both the seasons. I mean, and you know, presumably there's more story that could be told, and maybe 90 minutes is all you need. But yeah, I don't know. It does have a weird sort of air on it. As someone that didn't watch it in the first place, I'm definitely kind of like, well, there's probably other things I'll spend my time with, you know. But I don't know.
It's easy. It's easier. I didn't finish Sandman either, though, you know, so.
Yeah, that's another one that kind of got an unceremonious goodbye, but, you know, hey, so it goes. But
it goes.
May 13th, that is when Good Omens will go bye-bye. But May 25th will bring us Spider-Noir on Prime Video. Good Omens on Prime Video as well, so both of these are Prime Video entries. You pretty excited about Spider-Noir starring the one and only Nicolas Cage?
Yeah, and his fucking arm snaps.
Snaps. I feel like my skull's on fire, but I'm going to swing around the city as a spider. He's mixing his Marvel roles up. He gets confused sometimes. He's an old man now.
I got compulsions, huh? You know, yeah, I'm here for this shit. This looks like one stylish production, man. It looks
pretty stylish. Yeah.
It looks like everybody fucking showed up on this. And it's like a Spider-Man entry, man.
Yeah, and it does have some like I thought it might be like barely Spider-Man-y, but like the trailer ends with him just like fucking swinging through the city. I'm like, that's more swinging in the city than we've gotten in the Spider-Man movies like lately, you know? Like he's always swinging somewhere that's not a city. So I do think that like they're definitely leaning into the Spider-Man-y sorts of things too, which is pretty cool. He's a 1930s New York City private investigator and superhero. So that's pretty cool. Nicolas Cage in his first lead role on a TV show, which is pretty badass. I think let's see, 8 episodes here. They are doing a sort of weird thing for the release where it's coming out in both black and white and color. Yeah. I don't know if you watched the trailer in both iterations. If you had thoughts on,
I haven't watched
you plan to watch it.
I haven't watched the color trailer. Only the black and white one.
Yeah, I think it plays much better in black and white for me. I just think it adds so much more.
That's what I'm going to be watching
to like what it's. Yeah, I don't know. See, it's one of those things. I'm like, oh, maybe we should watch it differently. You watch it in black and white, and I'm like, oh, this thing is too fucking colorful. I don't like it. But I love it. There's so little color. It's beautiful. I don't know. Maybe if we cover this, we could figure out a way to do it that way, but at the same time I'm like, I think I just want to watch it in a black and white. I just feel like it's a show that's going to play better in black and white. So
I'm watching the trailer now in color, and it's
It's not bad. It just doesn't have the same feel to me, So I don't know.
It's like that Godzilla. They released Godzilla in black and white, and I'd started to watch that, and it looks incredible in black and white.
Yeah.
Oh.
All right. Well, we'll figure it out come May, and come July 1st, we will be getting a Legally Blonde prequel called Elle, also on Prime Video. I don't know why Prime Video is like, we're just going to set every date. All the other shows and all the other networks and like streaming services are like, yeah, well, you'll find out like 1 month after, 1 month before it comes out. So yeah, it's just a Legally Blonde prequel with not Reese Witherspoon, but someone younger, playing a young Elle Woods, which is the high school years of Elle Woods. So I guess it makes sense. I feel like we start seeing her in undergrad, and then she goes to law school in Legally Blonde movies, which I watched a little, a couple of years ago. Pretty fun, pretty good movies. I don't know if I need a Legally Blonde prequel, but here we are. It's 2026, and we're going to get one. So what do you think?
I have no thoughts on that.
All right. Well, let's move on to the rest of our television entries. We're going to get into our undated television programs expected to arrive in 2026, and we're going to start with the big one. Going in order of streaming services alphabetically, if I know how the alphabet works. I think I got it right. Apple TV, Ted Lasso is coming back for a 4th season.
Man,
I think we all thought it was done. We thought 1, 2, 3, that's a good number, beginning, middle, end. But here we go. Let's get season 4. And I think pretty much everyone's back, as far as I'm aware. So how do you feel? How do you feel about Ted Lasso returning?
Man, Ted Lasso had a pretty satisfying ending. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, no longer. I guess it's gonna be. Yeah. Like, is it something that they're gonna have to undo, or does it feel like there's a way to continue it without with like still
a way to continue it? But I mean,
okay,
it's it just. I don't know. It felt satisfying. You know what I mean? So we'll see what we get. And I'm sure they can come up with some pretty interesting. Like, the characters are endearing enough to, like, I'd like, okay, if I'm going to see them again, that's good. But what I don't want to happen is I don't want Ted Lasso season 4 to come out and it be shit.
Yeah. I kind of feel like Arrested Development kind of had that sort of trajectory where it came back and was like, well, it's not like bad, but it's like not nearly as good as it used to be or it once was. And like, why? Like, was it worth it? Was it worth coming back to do this? I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I do think. So, I think everyone's back. Like, I think it's not a, let's have a.
Which is almost concerning in and of itself that everyone's back. If Ted Lasso by himself and like 3 other people are back, okay, I get that.
Okay.
But like everybody's back?
I mean, I don't know if literally everyone's back. As far as I'm aware, the main cast members are back. So I as someone that hasn't watched any of Ted Lasso, doesn't know how it ended, certainly. It's hard for me to really tell you who specifically seems to be coming back. I think Sudeikis is back. It looks like Hannah Waddingham's back. She played Rebecca Welton. Brendan Hunt is back.
Team.
The owner, the coach is back. Coach Willis, I guess another coach, assistant coach. So I don't know. Yeah, I mean, looks like Juno Temple's back. So
we'll see what we get.
We'll see what happens. I think more not just cast, but also I think creators are involved in this. It's effectively a season 4 from the people that made season 3, 1, 2.
I'm telling
seasons
you that
1, 2,
season
and 3,
1 through 3, dude. You keep going year after year and not watching the shit. You need to watch fucking 1 through 3.
Well, now that season 4 is fucking coming out, I kind of feel like, well, shit. I guess I should catch up now.
I'm telling you that you will. Yeah, this will probably be the best shows that you watch ever. I'm pretty sure.
All right, sure that's fucking bold, but I'm definitely interested in it. So
maybe not Andor, maybe not better than Andor.
Yeah,
different
type of thing
deal.
For sure. All right, it's definitely on my list. Disney Plus, I got a couple for you. Vision Quest is coming out. It's that's the Vision solo show with Paul Bettany back as the Vision, sort of following up on both WandaVision and Agatha all along, kind of continuing that storyline. So you're getting Paul Bettany back as Vision, James Spader back as Ultron, and a lot of, it seems like, iterations of like Tony Stark AI characters like are getting live action incarnations, which is kind of interesting. Like we're getting live action versions of Jarvis, not just as Vision, but as Jarvis, specifically Friday. So yeah, definitely more of a mainstream type of MCU television show, kind of closer to probably Daredevil than like a Wonder Man. But yeah, no, okay. A Vision show, which sounds pretty cool to me.
That sounds cool. Yeah.
I could definitely see that working out pretty well. 8 episodes, expected probably late 2026, which I think makes sense given that we'll have two Marvel shows in the first 6 months between Wonder Man and Daredevil. Also getting Star Wars Visions Presents, another entry in the Star Wars Visions canon, and I believe that this is a spin-off technically of Visions, which is going to focus on like expanding one of the worlds. I think it's going to be the Ninth Jedi is getting like a focused, like more expanded. I don't know if it's a bunch of episodes or if it's longer episodes, but it's taking like that world that was established in the Ninth Jedi specifically and expanding on that in some way, which I don't remember exactly which one that was, but I think it was part of Volume 1. It looks like maybe there was another edition in Volume 3 that continued that as well. So you're way more up to date on Visions than I am, but there's more coming, is why I put it here. So HBO Max gave us a little sizzle reel as well, showing off some of the things that we've certainly already talked about, but things that I don't think we have talked about are a new season of Hacks, a very critically acclaimed comedy show. House of the Dragon Season 3 is returning, and hopefully it's better than Season 2 and, actually pays off all the big things that were supposed to happen in Season 2 that they were like, we will just move this to Season 3. It's fine. Lanterns is coming as well. That's cool. The DC Studios TV show with 2 Green Lanterns. Kyle Chandler as Hal Jordan and Aaron Pierre as Jon Stewart. So that's a pretty cool deal. Pretty cool expansion of all the DC stuff that's happening with James Gunn and Peter Safran at the helm. And then moving over to Netflix, we're getting Season 2 of the live action version of Avatar: The Last Airbender. So we're getting the debut of Toph and more of the Earth Nation, and I don't know, pretty much everyone else from that second season of Avatar: The Last Airbender. Kind of looks like, I don't know. Did you watch Season 1?
No.
Yeah, it's one of those things that it's like it's the inverse of Stranger Things Tales from '85, where I'm like, the more I look at this, I'm like, I actually don't need this. It's fine. You can watch this, and maybe it's totally fine, and like it tells the story effectively enough. But it just looks so kind of like drab compared to the animated show, and it just feels like it's losing the spark of like what made that show so special and so good. But maybe it's a good way to tell the story to a new audience potentially. I won't begrudge anyone that obviously watches it. And then we're getting more seasons of Three Body Problems coming back for second season, possibly a final season. I'm not sure.
What? That's impossible. No way.
Well, I don't know if they're fully adapting all of the. Well, I don't even know how far they got in the first in that book in the first season, to be honest. But I think it didn't do super well. No, it's been renewed for 2. It's been 2 more seasons. It's going to get a second and a third season. I think that will be that. So this will not be it. This should be the second of 3 seasons for Three Body Problem. It looks like so. Yeah, I didn't watch it. It was one of those things I really thought looked cool, and then didn't watch it. I know you went deep in the rabbit hole, I think, watching season 1 and then reading the books. So,
yes.
So I assume this is definitely something for you.
Yeah. I mean, I'm here for it. I'll watch it. I don't think it was the best show.
Yeah. Okay.
But I think it's interesting enough.
Good enough to warrant a second season,
Yeah.
and go back to it for you, maybe. Yeah. Mm-hmm. We're getting another season of Beef.
Which that's a good one.
I think a separate cast. Like, it's not a continuation. I think it's an anthology style continuation with new cast members, new story. The main cast includes, for season 2, includes Oscar Isaac, Carey Mulligan, Charles Melton, Kaylee Spaney. Love to see Oscar Isaac and things, and an all around very good cast. So I don't know what the beef's going to be this time. I still didn't watch season 1.
You didn't watch season 1's fucking hilarious.
No, that one too. That's another one I heard so many good things about, but just didn't happen. But that's why I don't make these promises anymore, because I get burned. I look like a big dummy. The Witcher should be finally, thankfully, mercifully wrapping up on Netflix.
Yeah.
With its final 4th season. I don't know. 5th season. It looks like.
5
still
seasons.
no Henry Cavill.
4 seasons too many, or
yeah.
too many, or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah, well, and it's a show that, like, 5 seasons on paper, that tracks. Like, that should be, there's like fucking 7 books, you know, like, you could definitely turn each book into a season, and that could be really cool. Or you could just not do that and just fucking piss off Henry Cavill to the point where he leaves, and you have to bring in goddamn Liam Hemsworth. I don't know, man. Good riddance. Won't
be watching that one. Yeah,
I shan't be either. Finally, our last entry on the TV side of things for 2026, something I feel like we've brought up in the past 2 years and it still hasn't come out, but maybe this is the year. Blade Runner 2099, over on Prime Video. Miniseries, a follow-up to both the original Blade Runner and 2049, with Michelle Yeoh, Hunter Schafer, and that's pretty much what we know about it. Nope, live action. It's a live action continuation. Probably produced in some capacity by Old Man Ridley, but actually, I don't see his name anywhere. But he's got to be involved somewhere. 10-episode thing is what it looks like it's going to be. I swear this thing filmed like 5 years ago. It looks like it filmed in 2024. Okay, here it was a strike affected production. That makes a lot of sense. So yeah, they filmed this thing in 2024. So it's been in post production for over a year now, and it will be. So I think it's fair to say that 2026 is the year that Blade Runner 2099 actually arrives. And I like Michelle Yeoh, and I like Blade Runner. So I'm pretty interested by that, and I'm pretty interested in that. Yeah. So that's what we got on the TV side of things. It felt like a lot, but that's what we had. That's what we had to tell you about. We have movies to tell you about if you're ready to move on and talk about some movies.
Let's talk about the movies. Let's dive right in.
We will go back in time again to January, where we've got 5 movies to talk about. I'm guessing you haven't made a trip to the movie theater in January, but you could have with some of these movies. Starting on January 10th with 28 Years Later, The Bone Temple.
Temple.
It's following up on 28 Years Later, just 6 months after that last one came out. I don't think you were thrilled with that movie, so my guess, again, is you probably did not venture to a theater to see The Bone Temple just yet.
I did not.
Would you be interested in seeing this when it comes to home video streaming, something like that?
I would.
Like what's your thinking on it?
Yeah,
this one's like
I'll see it through.
It's the Jimmies. It's Ray Fiennes. You know, like it is very much a continuation of that one, but you know, different director, not Danny Boyle in the director's chair. It's Nia DaCosta directing this, but it is also written by Alex Garland, and yeah, it's probably one of those things we probably won't really. I don't know. I guess we could. We relate to the party with that first one. Maybe it's an episode that we do if we need to fill in the gap and it's streaming at some point. I don't know. We'll see. But maybe I've seen it. We'll talk about it some other time if I have. I don't know.
Shit. The Bone
Maybe
Temple.
I have. Maybe I went to the Bone Temple. Hello. January 16th, we got All You Need Is Kill, which is an anime adaptation of a book by the same name, a light novel by the same name,
Live, Die, Repeat?
which was the inspiration for Live, Die, Repeat for Edge of Tomorrow. And yeah, this is a anime film adaptation of the light novel, which definitely very stylized, pretty very very different aesthetic and feel than Edge of Tomorrow had, but another kind of riff on that story. And if it's closer to like the light novel, I think had some differences from the American adaptation, so like this could definitely be closer to the original. I don't know, what'd you think? Was this anything that looked interesting to you?
I wasn't here for the art. Like the art just kind of like, it took a minute for me to get used to it.
It's very stylized. I was a little
very loud, very loud.
I did think it was a little jarring. I agree.
But I think if I sat in it for a little bit, I think I'd probably just, okay, like I'm here for it, Mm-hmm. I did not know this was coming out to theaters. I will be streaming this when I can. Just
I think it got a pretty small theatrical release. It's definitely not in theaters anymore right now. So, but
when it pops up on streaming,
it'll be streaming at some point, probably. Yeah. All right. January 23rd gave us the most January-ass double feature that we could possibly ask for out of January. Mercy, with Chris Pratt and Rebecca Ferguson.
What?
It's the one where he's like in a chair the whole time, and he has to prove his innocence to an AI judge. It looked horrendous.
Oh, yeah. I thought this looked great.
It was really good, and they got really good reviews too. 24% on Rotten Tomatoes said it's incredible. Yeah, I don't know. It's the most January fucking movie to January. Only perhaps surpassed by its January 23rd fellow Return to Silent Hill.
I wanted to watch this one bad.
Yeah. The guy that made that, I think 2006 Silent Hill movie came back, got back and made another Silent Hill movie, which apparently is also not very good. I will say that first one, that first film really wasn't bad. It was the sequel that came out, Revelation, that was real shit. And this one apparently was pretty bad. I feel like I've seen a lot of memes. There's like a scene where I think the main character has like a fake beard, and it's so obviously glued on that it just looks fucking ridiculous. Yeah, it just kind of looked like a low budget piece of shit sort of thing. 19% on Rotten Tomatoes, so I guess you'd be better off with Mercy. I don't know. Like I said, January 23rd, we got some entries, that's for sure. I did not make it to the theater for either of those. I will confess, but they will almost certainly be available to watch at home, and probably not too long. Probably not too long if I had to guess. Finally, January 30th, we've got we had still playing now. We're only a few weeks removed. A new movie from Sam Raimi called Send Help.
Movie.
A Sam Raimi movie called Send Help with Rachel McAdams and Dylan O'Brien. She's like a disgusting human, just absolutely repulsive to look at. So they really nailed the casting. And her boss is Dylan O'Brien, and they go on a plane, for a business thing, and then the plane crashes, and then they're shipwrecked on an island, and suddenly, he's not the boss anymore because she's got the survival skills. Was this anything that appealed to you?
Yeah. I've been wanting. Sarah said she wanted to go watch this too, which is pretty exciting. She doesn't say that a whole lot about movies, so
So
it's been one that I've wanted to go.
Possibly, I think it's still in theaters. It's probably not in Dolby and the like, but probably still playing.
We've just been so busy.
Yeah. Life
but
and such.
This is
it's on the radar, firmly on the radar.
Yeah, Sam Raimi makes a movie. I kind of want to watch it. I really don't care what it is, to be honest with you. I think he's a talented filmmaker. I've been a fan of his movies for a long time. This looks like it could be really interesting and really cool, and shift in power dynamics and all of that. And I think it looks like a lot of fun. So here for it.
Yeah, well, maybe I've seen it in the theater too. I don't know.
Stop it.
Well, some of us are less busy than you, so we do things with our free time. Not that Anna saw this, because very much not her sort of thing. But I'd like to talk about it at some point whenever it comes up. But
okay,
what I will say is, it is a Sam Raimi movie. make of that what you will. You know, I don't know.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's good.
Well, maybe, yeah. All right, on to February. Triple fucking feature, February 13th, this past weekend. We got Crime 101, Wuthering Heights, and Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die. So we'll take them one at a time. Crime 101, so a little crime deal with Chris Hemsworth, Halle Berry, Mark Ruffalo, someone else, I think, maybe. Barry Keoghan. See, is he in that?
Yeah,
thing?
yeah,
He's
that's
got blonde hair,
Yep,
right?
He's in there. Uh-huh.
I have to say, I wasn't impressed with the trailer. Like, it seems like it could be like a stylish thing, but like the whole like let's put this out in theaters in February makes it kind of feel like, oh, is that a good idea? Is this a bad movie sort of thing? But the reviews are actually not bad. Like, not bad. So, I don't know. I don't know if this is the kind of movie that gets me to a theater. I don't know if it's the kind of movie that gets you to a theater, but I suppose I could just ask you.
It's not getting me to a theater. I did think it looked... I was a little bit more up on the trailer than you are, I think.
I mean, it's a good cast. Good cast, you know. I mean, can't dispute that.
I think it could be something that's pretty... I think it could be good. I think it could be fun, at the very least. It could be
I do agree. It could be fun. I was just more of like this could go either way. This could be really bad or like surprisingly like good.
Yeah. I got kind of like Ocean 11 vibes, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and if it's hitting that, then that's a good thing. I think that's a compliment, you know? So, yeah, like I said,
haven't seen it. I'll
but
watch it. It's not getting me to the theaters, but I'll watch it
when it comes to streaming.
I'll try to watch it when it comes to streaming, you know?
Yeah. No, don't make promises you can't keep either, for sure. Well, is Wuthering Heights going to get you to a theater? Is Sarah expressed any interest in this? I feel like it came out on Valentine's Day, or at least it right around, and it's definitely leaned into that, you know, in terms of its marketing.
I told Sarah that if she watched anything that's a period, because she's not big on period piece movies.
Okay.
If you watch a period piece, we need to watch Hamnet. That's what you need to watch.
Yeah.
This looks like something that could be interesting. Like, I think I would probably enjoy it. I don't think Sarah would enjoy it, so we probably would not watch this.
That's valid. But yeah, I mean, and probably accurate, you know, probably the right inclination. I mean, I honestly think aesthetically, I like what it's going for. I like what it's doing. I haven't read Wuthering Heights, the novel. I mean, I will say so. You know,
I did not know it was a novel.
It's a classic 1847 Emily Bronte novel. I don't really have the frame of reference there in terms of like what it should be, you know, like, or how to adapt it and stuff like that. I can't really speak to any of that, but I do know kind of the whole thing, like, because the movie title's in quotes, and I think it's kind of like people are like, it's kind of a weird adaptation. Like, I do think that it's, you know, intended to be a very unique vision of that novel. It's from Emerald Fennell, who we watched Promising Young Woman. She did that. She did Saltburn as well. I think she's got a very particular style. I didn't watch Saltburn. I didn't love Promising Young Woman. I don't know. I kind of get I saw someone online basically say, is Emerald Fennell the female Zack Snyder? You know, and I'm like, well, maybe they're onto something, you know. And I don't know if we've quite have enough, I don't know if we know. I don't know if you've seen enough from her, like, specifically to know. But like, I kind of can see it from a, wow, the visuals are really stunning, and then like, wow, this movie is kind of fucking stupid and sucks ass kind of thing, you know, like, or like, you know, some of it's kind of dumb. And I don't know if that's true for this. I haven't seen it, I will say. I know Anna was not high on it, but it's intriguing. I just don't know.
Anna watched it?
No. I don't think she has any interest in it. Just I think she's very much on the not a fan of Emerald Fennell train. But I mean,
well,
mixed reviews.
I enjoyed Saltburn. I thought Saltburn was pretty fun.
I feel like I heard good things about Saltburn. You know, obviously it's got some weird shit in it that I do know about, but and I think this one's no exception. Definitely some weird shit happening here, some freak shit. But I don't know. We'll see.
Perhaps we need to watch it and then develop an opinion. That sounds like it's like a divisive thing. It could be a fun discussion.
Could be a conversation. That's true. Could be. Well, if you make it to a theater, if you make it to a theater for something, I will make it to a theater for something. All right. If you take the initiative and you say, I'm seeing this fucking movie and you're going to see it too, bitch. You wrote me into so many Captain America Brave New Worlds in however many years. Like you're doing what I say. I'm calling the shots now. That's fine. If you want to do that.
I don't know if Wuthering Heights is the one that I want to use that leverage on, but
well, how about good luck, have fun, don't die?
I think I might use some leverage on that one. This one looks pretty interesting.
You may not have to use the leverage as heavily, perhaps. I guess.
You've seen this? You seen this one too?
No, I haven't seen it, but I would like to see it. You know, I'm inherently interested. Looks fucking zany and but like really entertaining. You know, pretty wild looking.
Yeah, it does.
First Gore Verbinski film we've had in like a decade. Like
I don't know who that man is. Who is that man?
He did all the Pirates movies, the first 3 Pirates movies, Pirates of the Caribbean movies. He did Rango, The Lone Ranger, The Ring, The American, The Ring, 7 Days. He hasn't directed a movie since A Cure for Wellness in 2016, but he's back.
Which sucked. That one sucked real bad.
Yeah, I've heard. Yeah, I think, yeah. I don't think I saw it, but I think I've heard the same. I don't know. This looks pretty batshit, but good, and I think the buzz is good on it too. Very very high concept sort of thing, which I don't know. If you see this in the theaters, I think I'll see it in theaters. Put it that way, but you know we got to choose our battles and figure out where we're spending our time. So I get it if you can't make it.
Yeah, this one looks like a lot of fun though. I'm here for this. It's got Sam Rockwell. The cast looks awesome. It almost looks like it almost looks like Mitchell's, to be honest with you. Mitchell's Mitchell live action vibes, but then we also like the time traveler vibe looks like 11 Monkeys. I don't know if you're a big 11 Monkeys fan or 12 Monkeys fan or 13 Monkeys.
12. I think it's 12.
I think it's 12 Monkeys. Yeah, I watched that over and over and over and over again. I really like that movie. And the time travel vibe looks kind of the same. It's like just crazy looking. And I don't know. I very much feel like I'm here for this movie. So I think when I can watch it, I will watch it.
Yeah, and I think this happened a decent amount last year, and it's probably going to happen this year too. This thing comes out February 13th in theaters. We can only see so many movies. You and I, both of us collectively, can only see so many movies in theaters. But there are going to be weeks where, hey, that thing that came out 2 months ago, hey, it's on VOD now, or hey, it's on streaming now. Like, we've got a free week, and when we're not going to take a fucking theater trip to go see whatever dumb shit's out now, like, why don't we just circle back and cover this? So I think there's a possibility that some of these movies that even if we want to go back to January or, some of these February movies, like there's a chance that maybe come April, May, June, we've got a free, like a little space of time, and it's easy enough to just watch them, after the kids are in bed, So we could do that. So never say never. We're not going to shut it down, even if we're not locking ourselves into seeing it in a theater, this week or the next week or whatever. Like, we may still cover it, so don't lose hope. If nothing else, if I see it, if you see it, we can bring it up in a catching up section or Brews News and Previews or whatever. So
yeah.
February 20th, Glenn Powell. He's doing Murderings and How to Make a Killing. I think it's an A24 deal, if I'm not mistaken.
It is.
He's born into a wealthy family and has I think a few people ahead of him, in line to inherit all that money. So what's left to do but start knocking him off and put himself as first in line. Glenn Powell, Margaret Qualley, Jessica Hennick, Topher Grace, Ed Harris, others.
Good cast.
A24. It's A24. It's got some Glenn Powell. I don't know. This looked pretty fun, I thought.
I'm here for it. 100%.
Definitely interested in this.
Fun one. Yeah.
All right. Theater trip?
Maybe theater trip. What else? I guess for February. We're coming to the end of February now, though. What are we? We're already on the 18th.
Yeah, this is coming out in theaters in 2 days from when we're recording. So
maybe a theater trip.
All right. Well, if you see it, let me know. I'm definitely intrigued by this, and it's kind of that borderline sort of thing. I'm like, I would see this in a theater. I don't know if I will, but
you could be pushed.
Could be pushed, or I could probably be happy watching it at home sometime down the road. We'll see. February 27th, Scream 7. We're getting another one, but they got rid of Jenna Ortega and they got rid of Melissa Barrera because they pissed off people who get money from the Israeli government and stuff. So Neve Campbell's back. They backed up the dump truck of money onto her front step and said, "Please come back. We're sorry we had tried to underpay you the last one.
Oh, okay.
So here's many millions of dollars. Please come back. We promise everything's okay now." And there's more screaming. There's more screaming. There's more ghost facing. There's more killing. It's more Scream. I mean, it looks like more Scream.
I'll be honest with you. I've never been on the franchise, so
then you're probably not going to hop on with Scream 7. Then is what you're saying.
Yeah, I probably won't be there for this one.
I have not watched one since I think 4, so I've missed 5 and 6. Yeah, I mean, they all kind of. I like the 4 Scream movies that I have seen. I don't really know why I never bothered to get around to 5 and 6. I guess maybe it's just kind of diminishing returns. It's just like you know what you're getting, and like it's probably entertaining, but like at the end of the day, all these movies are kind of the same. I don't know. I mean, this one, the behind the scenes shenanigans definitely leave me a bit wary of supporting it at all, but I'm sure it'll be fine. Like quality wise, I'm sure it'll be completely fine. I don't think it's going to break any new exciting ground for the franchise, if I had to speculate. But I'm sure it'll be another fine addition. So it's coming out.
Yeah,
more of the same, and maybe that's not a bad thing, depending on whether you like that thing. So on to March. March 6th, we have The Bride, which is another Frankenstein sort of movie, coming from director Maggie Gyllenhaal. Stars Jessie Buckley from Hamnet alongside Christian Bale and other things. Hamnet and other things, but easy recent reference point for both of us. Peter Sarsgaard, Annette Bening, Jake Gyllenhaal, Penelope Cruz. And like I said, it's a Frankenstein thing, but it's the Bride of Frankenstein thing, or just The Bride. Pretty stylish, pretty zany looking. How are you feeling about this one?
I'm not here for this.
You are not here for this.
I am not here for this. I don't like this.
Right. Okay. Well, what about it?
I don't know.
It's not doing it for you.
It's I don't know. I don't know what it is. It's like
can't pinpoint it. Okay.
I can't quite put my finger on it. It's not what I expect from Frankenstein. Or Frankenstein's monster, I guess. Christian Bale seems very much Christian Bale. He doesn't seem like I don't know.
Well, he's not speaking with a Welsh accent, so he's doing something.
I guess he's doing something. There's like dancing and singing. The trailer is like centered around the singing and the dancing. And I don't know. I don't know what it is. I'm just not. It feels like that Joker movie.
It's definitely got shades of that. And I do think that, like, I do feel that, but I also, I don't know. To me, it at least makes more sense here, I think, in some ways. I don't know, but I don't know if this is a full-on musical in the way that Fuda Fafa was or anything either. So I guess maybe but there's definitely some dance and stuff going on here. I don't know. I mean, it's very stylized. It's definitely going for it. This could go either way for me. I'm gonna say that I'm intrigued. Definitely, probably higher on it than it sounds like you are.
Well, then maybe
I take the dive. Maybe this one. I don't know. I can take the dive and I guess see if I can convince you or say
have the conversation about it.
You're good. Yeah. Well, we could have the conversation. Yeah, both take the dive. I don't know. I'm intrigued. I'm kind of at the point where if the reviews start trickling out and unless they're really bad, I kind of feel like I want to kind of figure it out for myself. Like, I think the only way I'm like not seeing this period is if they're just like, holy shit, what the fuck is this? And like a like a bad way, I guess. I don't know. Like Jessie Buckley, she's been doing good stuff, man. She was fucking incredible in Hamnet. Talked about it. I like Christian Bale. I like the cast. I like Maggie Gyllenhaal. I think generally, I don't know if I've seen anything that she's directed. I don't know that she's directed a ton, to be fair, but I don't know. Yeah. All right. Well, how about March 6th? The same day. Will you instead be going to a different auditorium in the theater for Hoppers from Disney? And I think, is this Pixar or is this just Disney?
It's Pixar.
It is Pixar. I was thinking so. Yeah, Hoppers, where you put your mind into an animal and you get to go be with the animals and stuff.
Yeah, I'm here for this one.
This is probably one you could take the kiddos to. It seems pretty kid friendly, as it is a Pixar movie.
Yeah, I think so. I think it seems like fun, like a fun kid movie to watch. So I'm here for this. It looks like it's kind of crazy, you know. I don't know if it's going to be any good, is what I'm trying to say. But it looks like fun, and I'll watch it for that. Oh, and then I can take the boys to watch it, and maybe Bennett will like it. You know what I mean? So
yeah, no, it's probably a good age for something like this. It's a pretty impressive voice cast overall. Bobby Moynihan, John Hamm, Dave Franco, Meryl Streep's in here. I think I saw Meryl Streep.
Meryl Streep, holy shit!
Yeah. She's the insect queen. Ooh. I thought it was pretty funny. The trailer was funny. I don't know. I feel like having just watched like Elio, for instance, liked it well enough, but I don't know that anything about the marketing or the movie itself made me laugh as much, even for as the trailer did for this. So I don't know. It seems charming and fun, and a lot of potential here, I think. So I could see it. I could see it, playing pretty well, but we'll see. We'll see. March 20th. I want to say this is probably one of the big ones for me, perhaps for you. Project Hail Mary.
Yeah.
And I think maybe, just maybe, this is the first must-see in theaters movie for you. Correct me if I'm wrong, but this kind of feels like we got to see it, and I would like to see it in either IMAX or Dolby, I think, myself.
Big and loud.
Having now read the book, as you have as well, I just think there's so much potential for how it's going to be adapted, and I think the audio-visual, the audio visuals are going to be a huge part of the texture of this movie, or at least they should be. And I want to see that and experience that in the best way possible. I don't know if it's going to be IMAX or Dolby or either, but I'm really, really excited. I know there's a final trailer that they put out, which apparently is shows a lot. I haven't watched that. The one I put in the script for us to watch is the second trailer, and obviously it's showing off Rocky.
Oh, final trailer! I see it right here. Yeah,
there's stuff that they're showing off in this, which is a mild spoiler. I think the first trailer kind of gave you the big reveal, the initial big reveal that happens in the book. They're not holding that back from audiences, I think, which is fine. I think there's a lot more surprises, I think, waiting in store. I don't know. This feels like there's just so much potential here. I like Ryan Gosling. This is high on my list for the year. I'm really, really excited, and it just really feels like the first big
it's top
movie
three
of the year.
Top three movie releases of the year, really. I mean, honestly.
I'll have to take
I think top three
full stock, but it's very high on my list. Top five, probably minimally, and definitely for the early parts of the year. I think probably even through next month, it's probably top of my list. Probably number one on my list through April, I think, even so. Maybe through May. I don't know. Or maybe even through June. Maybe not July. We'll get there. But yeah. Really, really excited for Project Hail Mary. So it definitely feels like a must-watch, must-cover sort of deal. And again, maybe the first kind of its kind for us for this year. So
yeah. Big one for the Ink to Film guys, too, I'm sure.
Sure, absolutely. Yeah. Looking forward to hearing their coverage of that as well.
I would recommend our listeners to also do like an audiobook or just read the book or whatever. It's very, very, very approachable. And I think there's going to be something really special with this adaptation. And there's really something special with the book. It's I don't know. It's a very good book. I really enjoyed it a whole lot.
No, definitely would agree. Definitely recommend it. Didn't listen to it. I physically read it, but I think
good for you, dude. You fucking read that?
I physically read it, yeah. But I think the audiobook was probably a really cool way to experience it.
It
too,
is.
so.
It's very performative. I had a very good time with it. It's a very good story. So I think it's I think it's timely too in a weird kind of way. You know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And 110% here for Project Hail Mary. The trailers that we've been given look like they're on point. And the book is awesome. And I think it's going to be, this is the first one, I think, so far that is, like you say, is the must-watch trip to the movie theater. This is the first big one of the year. So
yeah. No. All right, last one in March 27th. They Will Kill You, coming from WB, produced by Andy Muschietti of the It films. Stars Zazie Beetz, pretty bloody, stylish sort of thing, where she goes to be a housekeeper in a high rise, and then turns out that maybe there's some human sacrifices and crazy shit, and limbs are getting severed, and I don't know what's going on, but shit's crazy. How'd you feel about the trailer for this one? Yeah, maybe that too.
Yeah, I'm here for this one too. This one felt kind of like that hotel movie that came out a couple years ago. You remember that one? With
Hotel Artemis, maybe.
Hotel Artemis, or the motel one.
The motel. Oh, Bad Times at the El Royale.
Yes, yeah. That's the kind of vibes I got.
Yeah, sure. Okay, yeah, I can see that.
Super stylistic, super actiony.
Yeah, little offbeat, but
I really like the treatment that it gave in the trailer.
Title card.
Yeah, all of it. All of this seems very stylistic. It almost seems like a whole Kill Bill kind of deal too. You know what I mean? Very Kill Bill-ish. The way it's shot,
I can see that.
I don't know. It looks very kinetic and super gory, and I don't know. I think this is another good one to go to watch at the theaters, I think. So
all right, might be back-to-back weeks. We'll watch that and see.
That's going to get me in trouble. But,
yeah, big trouble. Especially when, maybe April 3rd, I don't know, might be a family outing to see the Super Mario Galaxy movie.
Again, another big... we saw the first one in theaters, I think.
We did. We did. I mean, we covered it. I think it probably would have been... when that one come out 2023, so I guess I think that probably debuted before you had a child, right?
I think so.
My timelines are accurate.
Yeah.
But yeah, now we're getting a full proper sequel. And now you've got at least a young one who I think would very much be in the target audience for it, but and another one that's probably a hair too young, but might still like Pretty Colors or whatever too. I'm not sure.
No, he won't be going to. Nolan won't be going to watch this, but Bennett can go watch this. He might sit long enough to watch it. So yeah, I was a fan of the first movie. I thought it was way better than it had any right to be. And I think this one's going to deliver the same. I think it looks like it's going to be pretty good. So pretty excited about this one too.
More excited for this one. I feel like it's getting away from the first one was so much about like I'm just a plumber and my family's blah blah blah. And and then like it's like discovering the mushroom kingdom or whatever. And it's like they've skipped past all of that. Now shit's just fucking crazy. We're getting Yoshi. We're getting fucking Princess Rosalina. Like, it's just like, it feels like it's just going for it more. And I feel like the scope and the scale of it just feels like more like what I want out of a Mario movie. And like the animation looks great, like I think just the colors and everything really pop. So I the humor is probably going to be pretty I don't know, childish, but like, you know, as long as it's good enough, like, and not detracting from the movie, then I think that's something, you know. So yeah, so I think I'm gonna make it to a theater to see the Super Mario Galaxy movie on April 3rd. Jumping a couple weeks later, on April 17th, we have Lee Cronin's The Mummy. And I think this is one that you dropped in the group chat, the teaser trailer that we got. So I'm wondering, was this something that appealed to you?
Yeah, I'll be honest with you. I could be very, very, very hyped about a mummy movie. Really like the Brendan Fraser mummies and stuff. I've seen some.
This does not appear to be that. Certainly.
No, this is a little bit more A24-ish.
Blumhouse, I think, literally is producing this, so certainly that vein too. Yeah.
I don't know what it's about.
And very much also not Tom Cruise mummy-esque either, we should say. You know, definitely not that going on here either.
I don't know.
It looks pretty dark and creepy and unsettling, I think.
So I don't know how mummy, like, I saw that Warner Brothers separated themselves, like they wanted to separate this movie from like the Dark Universe Mummy, you know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. That's kind of, there's been a little bit of a the naming of this is interesting. I mean, I think for a couple reasons. Number one, I don't think Lee Cronin is a big enough name to warrant getting the my name ends up in the title treatment. But what do I know? I mean, good on him.
Well, his dad is though, right? His dad or a relative of him, the Cronin, the body horror guy.
No, I mean that's Cronenberg, who's I think you're talking about, which is a different family. So I don't think
totally
so.
Different thing. Okay, all right.
No, I think this guy's just got his own thing going on, which again, good for him. But he's an Irish filmmaker. He did the last Evil Dead movie. We got Evil Dead Rise. He did a movie prior to that called The Hole in the Ground. But
both of those are pretty cool movies.
Yeah, for sure. And like, so it's like good on him, but like, I don't know. Lee Cronin's The Mummy. I think what is happening is they know, I think it's somewhat along the lines of what you're talking about. Like they're trying to separate this from like other iterations of The Mummy, you know? We know, I think we talked about it however many episodes ago that they're doing another Brendan Fraser Rachel Weisz version of The Mummy. So I think maybe there's an idea of we want to make it clear that just The Mummy is that, and then if we have something else with The Mummy, then it's something else. And there was a rumor that they were going to just fully drop The Mummy from the title, like period, and it would just be called like The Resurrected or something like that. But clearly that's not the case. So I don't know. I mean, people know what The Mummy is, but this just to me kind of feels like what The Invisible Man was, what Wolfman was, not that we saw it, but, you know, like a Blumhouse re-envisioning of a classic Universal, you know, horror movie. So, you know, giving a very, very kind of different version of it compared to obviously the original, and then obviously, you know, other versions that we've seen, you know, in this case being the Brendan Fraser and Tom Cruise ones. So, I'm intrigued. I'm definitely intrigued by it. I'm down for a good horror movie, and this one
has
promise.
Egyptian shit, dude.
Yeah,
I'm excited for some
seems
Egyptian
like it could
mummy
be
stuff.
pretty badass. Yeah. So
we'll see what we get.
We will see. On April 17th. April 24th, we've got two wildly different movies. Number one, Michael is finally coming. It got bumped out of 2025, but now it has found a home on April 24th of 2026. This is, of course, the biopic about Michael Jackson.
Every year we get one.
Yeah, this is the one. This is the, yeah. Ow! Every year brings us a new biopic. We got Springsteen last year. I don't know. This one fucking says in the trailer from the producer of Bohemian Rhapsody. I'm like, is that supposed to be a good thing? Is that supposed to make me feel better about this?
I mean, I never watched it.
Because it doesn't. How you feeling about Michael?
I'm not feeling it, dude. I'm not gonna lie to you. I haven't felt the last 7 fucking
you're kind of off the biopic train.
Movie. Yeah, I'm not here for them. I think the only one that I ever watched was the James Brown one that popped up on Netflix. I think.
Oh yeah, I think we did that one for we did our Chadwick Boseman special episode, right? Is that?
I think so. Yeah.
You might have seen it already, but I know we watched it specifically for that one as well.
For Chadwick, yeah. I think that was the only one that I watched, and that one was pretty, I'll be honest with you, I thought that was pretty good.
I mean, I will stand by Rocket Man, the Elton John one. I think that one's pretty good. I think I don't know, it's one that, I think the problem with so many of them is they always just focus on, like, here's the great things about everything that happened. It's like, look, Michael Jackson, extremely talented man, made some fucking bangers, no question about it. Some weird shit going on in that guy's life. Some weird shit. And I'm pretty confident in saying this movie is going to completely fucking ignore all of it. And I just kind of just don't think that, like, that's compelling. I felt like Rocket Man, like, gave you the messy parts of Elton John. I don't know if they're quite as messy as Michael Jackson's personal life. I can tell you they're not. But, like, you know, like, he was self-destructive and did some bad things and, like, you know, and you know, pushed people away and, you know, was, like, kind of shitty at points in his life. And it's like, it's okay to show that too, you know? So, I don't know.
It's the human experience.
I think sanitizing things is really, I don't know. I just, you know, the Bohemian did it to a certain extent. And it just, I don't know, you know, show us the good, the bad, and the ugly, you know? Like, I think that's what's interesting. Hopefully the 4 fucking Beatles movies that we're getting will show us the good, bad, and the ugly of the fucking Beatles. just for 8 hours of here's how incredible the Beatles were, and there was no conflict at all, ever. Just 4 gents that really, really got along so well. Look, I think part of it too has to come down to, you know, Michael Jackson he's just such a unique person. The voice, the mannerisms, everything about him is just so iconic and unique. And I'm not sold by Jafar Jackson, I'll say, so far from the trailer, who I believe is a nephew of Michael. So he's related and probably spent some time around him. And so he probably, you know, at least had the opportunity to observe him and, you know, kind of be able to pick up on that. But I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it right now. Let's put it that way. And I don't know. The prosthetics they threw on Coleman Domingo's face make him look like Looper-esque, like kind of inhuman, like in like why are you doing this sort of way? Like you didn't need to do that. It would have been just fine. Why are
you doing this?
Like why are you making a person not look like a person? Why are you doing that? I don't know. I don't know about this one, man. I don't know about this one.
I can tell you I won't watch it. Like I haven't watched any of the other ones. But it would be interesting to hear your shit on him. Like, you know, like, hey, I wanted to watch this in theaters and yeah, it was total shit. Like it looked.
Yeah. I don't know.
I tell you which one I will probably watch though.
Is it, why don't you just tell me? I don't want to steal your thunder.
On April 24th, I'll be probably watching Mother Mary from A24.
From A24.
Starring Anne Hathaway, who might be stealing the year coming out of nowhere.
I said the same thing to Anna as I was watching trailers, and I said, man, Anna Hathaway's in a lot of fucking movies this year, and I think this is the first one that we're bringing up on this episode so far, but we've got two more entries that she's having a pretty good showing for 2026. Let's put it that way. Good representation. So yeah, Anne Hathaway, Michaela Cole, Hunter Schafer, and Mother Mary, which is written and directed by David Lowery as well, who brought us The Green Knight, I think most recently. That was his most recent film. So very different film here. Oh no, I'm sorry. He did Peter Pan and Wendy in 2023. I didn't see that.
I didn't see that one either. But
he's got to do one to make the big bucks, and then one movie where I'm like, all right, I'm doing my own fucking thing.
I don't know what's going on in this movie. The YouTube comment that I saw, it was like it said something about Black Swan for let's see.
Yeah, well,
Black Swan for people who listen to Bjork.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, yeah. I think that seems pretty apt.
So I don't know what's going on in this. I will say it looks super. It's very much Mike. I think I'll probably sit there and
pretty weird and stylish and crazy looking, but I like that cast. For it. The music seems like it'd be pretty cool. A24, David Lowery. Yeah, I think it's gonna be weird as fuck, but I think it could be pretty fucking good too. So
yeah, I think this is gonna be a really interesting piece. So I think I'm here for this 100%.
Yeah, me too. All right, May. 4 movies to talk about in May. Double feature on May 1st.
Whoa.
I'm so excited to hear your thoughts about this first one. May 1st, Animal Farm. Directed by Andy Serkis. What are you doing, bro? This is you recently read Animal Farm by George Orwell. In the past,
I listened to it
a few months, or you listened to it. Well, so you consumed it, you read it, however you want to characterize it. This is an animated adaptation with, I will say, a very impressive voice cast. I don't know how they swindled all these fucking people. I guess just money talks or whatever. But how would you say this? Does this feel like it's going to be a pretty good adaptation of the source material?
No, this looks like fucking shit. This looks terrible.
All right, well, tell me about it. You're coming at it much more, closely from the source material than I am, So I'm really excited to hear what you think.
So
about it.
the first thing that we come into, it's from Angel Studios or Angel Productions or whatever.
They bring us a lot of Jesus-y things. I think they did the Sound of Freedom or whatever, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Which is, whatever. That's cool.
And I don't think they made it. I think they just bought the rights to it to distribute it, to be fair. So it's not like funded from the ground up by Angel Studios or anything like that, but still.
It just seems bizarre that they would be having this movie, And I clicked on their YouTube channel, and Kevin James has a Solo Mio in theaters now from Angel Studios, which is also
only me.
Interesting. That Kevin James has a Angel Studio production coming out. I don't know what this Angel production thing's doing, but
maybe they're trying to diversify their catalog. Like we don't only just do Jesus movies. Like we'll do some other stuff from time to time too.
Maybe, and that's cool. Whatever, I don't think they ever read Animal Farm.
I don't think anyone did that was involved in making this.
No, and like they got Andy Serkis and all these people involved, and I don't know what the fuck's. I don't know, dude. It's a bizarre twist.
Yeah.
This is tonally. This is not anything remotely close to what I listened to. Of course, they tried to give it a modern edge, but in doing so, I feel like it's... I would watch this to see how far departed it is.
How much they've bastardized the source material?
Yeah, I would. Because I think that the source material is so timely and so important and everything else. Like I've told people, hey, I'm gonna look like an idiot telling everybody to like, hey, listen, you need to get on Animal Farm. It's like the most simplistic, like timely thing you can read right now. Just like to open your eyes to what's happening. And then Animal Farm comes out in 2026 and this is what they show you it is, and it's like, oh man, I look like an idiot. If they never actually read the source material, you know what I mean? So it's awful.
Yeah,
it's the worst thing I could have ever hoped for, honestly. So
yeah, I don't.
Not a fan at all.
Yeah, I was kind of just dumbfounded watching this trailer. You know, I was just like, what is this? Who's this for? You know, is it supposed to be for kids? Because it shouldn't be, you know, but is it for people that have read and understand Animal Farm? Because it sure seems like it's trying not to be. So I don't know. It's
Animal Farm for me is almost like the same sort of like fairy tale that Pan's Labyrinth is. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like it's a dark tale, you know? But it's an important one. It's an important like parable almost, you know?
Yeah.
And this, whatever the fuck this thing is like, guys, totally, you missed the mark real bad.
Yeah, I think I like Andy Serkis as an actor. I think it's time that he goes to director jail. I'm just putting it out there.
You're Ridley Scotting him?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't watch Mowgli, but I watched Venom: Let There Be Carnage, and I watched the trailer for this movie, and that's enough. I've seen enough.
You stop it, Andy. You stop it.
Just keep acting. Please. Go do the Batman and go do other things, Andors and whatnot. But yeah.
Don't touch Animal Farm. You fuck. Don't touch it. It's too sacred.
Yeah. All right. Well, on May 1st, either a palate cleanser or an alternate viewing option will be The Devil Wears Prada 2, the second of 3 Anne Hathaway movies to talk about. Yeah, it's a sequel 20 years later. You know, we're coming back to it. Bringing pretty much everyone back. Meryl Streep, Anne Hathaway, Emily Blunt, Stanley Tucci. Yeah, principal cast is pretty much back all around. This is a movie the first one's the one I watched, I feel like a few years ago, and with Anna at her accord, and it's pretty good. I like it. I think it's pretty fun. Pretty good movie. I don't know. I could see a sequel being interesting. What do you think? Is this a Sarah kind of movie? Is this a you kind of movie?
I've never seen one. I have no idea what it's about, but I do recognize that it's the same
fashion.
It's got Anne Hathaway in it. Anne Hathaway, so that's cool. She, like I said, it's the second time I've seen her face this year so far, popping up. Mm-hmm. So good for her.
She's doing great, doing good work. She's putting the work in.
I know that The Devil Wears Prada is like a widely celebrated. I feel like I've heard it a lot.
Yeah, it's like it's. I mean, I think it was well received and stuff at the time, but I feel like it's definitely had I feel like it's built up a good following in the now 20 years that it's been out. So it's a very, very, very much appreciated movie. It's worth a watch. I would recommend watching it. It's good. I think Sarah would enjoy it too, to be honest. So,
is it like How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days with Matthew McConaughey and Katherine Heigl? You watch that? That's not Katherine Heigl. That's How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days is not Katherine Heigl. That's
is that a Kate Hudson one?
Kate Hudson and Matthew McConaughey.
Yes.
That's a good one, dude. I watched that one a lot. I've seen that one a lot.
No, I think it's less like deliberately chick flicky, rom-commy in that sort of way. It's you know, I think there's definitely some love interest stuff if I recall correctly, but it's more about her professional life, you know, and she's trying to impress Meryl Streep, who's the big boss of this fashion company. So
is this like a what's the one
magazine,
we just
fashion
about?
Magazine?
What's the lawyer one? You were just talking about it. The prequel's coming out.
Oh, Elle, yes, Legally Blonde. No, yeah, I mean closer to that, I guess, but I don't know. Like
girl
I guess,
power. It's girl power shit.
Yeah, sure, we could say that. Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Check it out. It's probably streaming somewhere these days. I don't actually know where it's hanging out. I don't even know who's making it. 20th Century. Yeah, I don't know.
May 8th. I know what the fuck I'm going to theaters for. Though.
Tell me about it.
Mortal Kombat 2. I didn't get a trailer.
Mortal Kombat. Well, you already got a trailer because it was supposed to be out by now. It was supposed to come out last year, if you recall correctly. Those fuckers.
On my birthday. On my fucking birthday.
They fucking took it away from you. They said, "Eat shit, loser."
Dude.
They fucking ripped in to your chest, ripped your fucking heart out. They probably threw it at your head and knocked your head off. And then threw a grenade in your into the vessel of your chest, blew it up, and then like 18 arm bones came out, and like six pelvises, and 12 sets of rib cages.
Just a bag of bones.
A bag of bones, and just blood everywhere. Fatality. Mortal Kombat 2. You pretty fucking
If you
excited?
came down to Florida, that would be the movie to go watch when you come down to Florida.
As you say, I should fly down May 7th or 8th, roughly. Be down there for Mortal Kombat 2.
Just get a plane ticket for Mortal Kombat.
For Mortal Kombat. We'll do like a throwback Orlando trip where we just go see it in IMAX.
That'd be a good one. I'm here for this. 100%. I had to go back to the last trailer because you reminded me that they already released it
many months ago, and then they fucked us out of a movie for a long time. Like that's a fucking big delay. It was October 24th.
Did we ever get any more animated Mortal Kombats? Do you remember?
I think we got. I think there's been one relatively recently. I don't know what the last one you watched was, but
I watched the Johnny Cage one last, and it was pretty cool.
Looks like. No, I guess that's the last one. Yeah, Cage Match. No, I guess we haven't had one in a little while. I was thinking they'd all come out a bit more recently, but no.
Yeah, I'm here for this one too, though. That last one was pretty fucking spectacular. Very much enjoyed it, and I'm here 110% for this one. So
I am here for this one as well, now that they can finally actually have a goddamn Mortal Kombat tournament in this one, instead of the preamble that the first movie was for some reason.
Yeah, it's true.
But it's cool. We're getting fucking Carl Urban, Johnny Cage. We're getting Shao Kahn, Quan Chi. I love Mortal Kombat, dude. I just fucking love Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
I know it's like not like great, and like it's all a bit silly, but like if like this is there, we're gonna be talking about another big fighting game movie adaptation in a few months. I mean, within this episode, but in a few months' time. I'm a Mortal Kombat guy. I'm more excited for this one. I'll say it right now. I'm definitely more on the Mortal Kombat train. I've always just loved Mortal Kombat. It's always been a franchise that
Mortal Kombat.
Like I pretty much play every entry in the franchise, mainline entry. I haven't played the most recent one because I got too far behind and it's never caught up. But I'd still like to. It's still in the it's on my list of things to do. Lots of other things on the list.
It's fun.
It's fun. It's fun and it's cool.
Video games.
It's fucking cool.
It's cool. Yeah.
That's all you want. That's all you need. So there you go. Mortal Kombat 2, May 8th. Finally, in May 22nd, The Mandalorian and Grogu. Mando and Grogu are heading to the big screen. They're jumping from Disney Plus and their little, puny little 30, 40-minute episodes to a whole feature film. This one's co-written by Johnny V, a.k.a. Jon Favreau, for those not in the know who don't remember that bit that happened very early in our tenure and has stuck. And Dave Filoni as well. It's directed by Johnny V. And it is just a continuation of The Mandalorian, on the big screen. Pedro Pascal's here. Grogu is playing himself with animatronics and puppetry. Sigourney Weaver we see in the trailer that we got. Jeremy Allen White is voicing Rata the Hutt, the swole Jabba-like creature that we see.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
What do you think? Are you excited to see Mando head to the big screen?
I don't know. I don't know what the angle is. I guess we're still trying to find Grogu's homeworld, I assume.
I don't know. I kind of have the same question of what's the story for a movie?
What's the thrust?
Why is it not another season? Is it something that feels like it should go to the big screen? Like, is it big enough for the big screen? Is it just going to feel like one long episode? I do have some concerns, of like why and why now. Not that it couldn't work. You know what I mean? Like, I think it could work. I just don't know. I don't know if I've seen enough yet to really get a good sense of, this is like, we haven't had a Star Wars movie in theaters since, I don't know, what was the last Star Wars movie we got in theaters? Have we had something since The Rise of Skywalker? I feel like I'm probably forgetting about a big one, which maybe speaks volumes about like what it is. Like obviously we've had a lot of good Star Wars stuff on TV, and maybe there's some subpar stuff on TV. I feel like
Star Wars TV's been where it's at,
No, it's been on TV. I just don't even know what the last movie we got was.
It wasn't so like Rise of Skywalker came after Solo, right?
That was after Solo, yeah. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna fucking look up and see look up what Star Wars movies got. I feel like we have not gotten a theatrical entry since 2019, and that feels crazy. But
it's been a while.
I think it's literally true, because Solo was 2018, so that was the year before The Rise of Skywalker. Shit, yeah, we haven't had a Star Wars theatrical release in 7 fucking years. That's nuts. So this is it. This is Star Wars' return to the big screen. We're getting Starfighter next year, but
I feel like it's appropriate for The Mandalorian to be that release.
I mean, it was kind of what brought Star Wars to TV in a big way. I mean, obviously Clone Wars and stuff, but on a live action thing, like Mando was the thing that like it was the proof of concept that like. Oh,
and
no,
it brought people that weren't into Star Wars into Star Wars.
Right. Star Wars can work on TV. We'll get some new fans. And it's also like kind of like it was the flagship of Disney Plus, as well, when it just first came around, and now it's such a staple. But like that was probably the biggest show on Disney Plus, maybe still is to some extent, so it makes sense, but just kind of crazy to think about. So I don't know. I think my point just being like, I hope that this feels cinematic, and I hope that it feels theatrical, and it just doesn't feel like another episode. Like I want it to feel like more in the same, in the sense that I want it to still feel fundamentally like The Mandalorian, the TV show, but I hope it has a good reason for being told in this particular way. And I'm sure the big budget and stuff will help, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know. And I didn't get a sense that I didn't like this teaser. It's a very pulpy, fun sort of vibe, which is cool and all, but I don't know. And like, a lot of the creature design feels like almost stop motion-y, or, like toys and stuff like that. And it's like, it's fun and all, but I'm just not getting it just yet, if that makes sense. Like, I feel like even the big thing about like the AT-AT crashing down the mountain, like
it looks super CG.
It's CG and stuff, but it's just like, I don't know. I don't know. It's cool and all, but like, I don't know. I will see it.
I don't like the logo treatment personally.
Yeah, that's fair. I'm going to see it, and I'm like generally speaking excited for it, but I'm not like stoked, if that makes sense.
Right.
So
no, totally. All right. Let's see where it goes.
June 5th. On to June 5th. Masters of the Universe. I have the power. He-Man, man. Skeletor. Tila. Yeah. It's going for it, right?
I saw a post on, I think was it here?
No. You see another YouTube comment, perhaps?
Yeah, it's like, why do I get the feeling that we're not going to see He-Man until the last 10 minutes of the movie?
Yeah, that's probably my principal complaint, is yet another thing where we're too afraid to let it just be the thing, so we have to include the component of it not being the thing so that people aren't too weirded out by it. Like Mario, I feel like there's other stuff where it's just always like, no, we can't just make it the thing, because if we just make it the thing, then it's going to turn off too many people. We have to like introduce people to the thing in like a more subtle, like hand-holdy sort of way, and it's just like, fuck that, I just want to see the thing. Just give me the thing.
Just make it He-Man. Yeah,
just give me He-Man. And like, I do think, I can't remember.
What was
like
that?
I know,
what was that movie that came out where it was something on Mars?
John Carter
on Mars. Yeah, John Carter. I get John Carter vibes on this. I think this is going to be shit. Personally.
Yeah, I mean,
solely because they're not just making a He-Man movie. They can't make it a He-Man movie. They got to make it everything else. Like, just like you're saying, they're pussyfooting around trying to make a He-Man movie. Just make it a He-Man movie.
Sonic is maybe that's another example I'm
That's
thinking
another
of. Just
one.
like,
Yeah.
like just let it be fucking Sonic. And he doesn't have to be Sonic on Earth with Earth humans and stuff like that. And like, you know, they've like with like the new Mario, it looks like they're maybe getting away from that. Sonic kind of like opened it up more as you know, they've made sequels and stuff, but it's just kind of like, I don't know. It's okay to just like, especially because they're clearly going for it in the bits that are Eternia and you know, and all the other shit, but I don't know. And I'm trying to remember, like, I know that like there's like a Prince Adam, you know, alter ego for He-Man. I can't remember if like that's like on Earth or if that's just something else. Like I don't think he's like usually like supposed to be like, I'm just a regular guy on Earth, and then I'm actually He-Man. You know, turns out I've got a big destiny. Like I feel like that's not typically how it goes, but I could be wrong. I don't know. Just
make a fucking He-Man movie.
Just make a fucking He-Man movie, man. It's okay. It's okay to just be He-Man. You don't have to find an angle. It's, you know, like you don't need to find an angle. Your angle is a fucking He-Man movie. You know, and the only thing about this that makes me feel like, all right, I know it kind of looks like shit, and it very well could be shit. The only thing that makes me think maybe they know what they're doing is that it's being directed it's starring Jared Leto. Tron Ares thank you. I was almost going to go in a different direction, and you pulled me back in, and you've reminded me that, oh yes, they had the brilliant idea of, you know, that guy that anchored Tron Ares and really brought that movie. You know, there's a reason that movie grossed more than any movie in human history. Like, and it's not even close. Like in one day, it eclipsed Avatar, the first Avatar, because Jared Leto has that sort of fucking presence. You know, and I think if we take that presence and put it into a CGI character called Skeletor, then this will supplant Tron Ares as the highest grossing film of all time. Now, what I was going to say is this is from Travis Knight, who back in 2018 directed a movie called Bumblebee, which once upon a time,
most surprising movie of the year.
We predicted looked kind of like shit, thought it was going to be shit, and maybe wasn't. And he also did Kubo and the Two Strings before that, which we did not predict would be shit, but it was good. So I don't know. 2 movies doesn't mean everything he does is good, but
could be.
There's definitely worse people to have at the helm, but I still obviously have my reservations and concerns, which at this point I think are probably well noted. But Jared Leto, he's gonna fucking crush it. We know that for sure.
He could
we
crush
fucking
it.
know that he could crush it. You know, I guess at least you don't have to see his face. That's a plus. That's a fucking plus, man. Oh, sorry, I broke character there. I'm sorry. I wish I could see his. Those piercing eyes. I just love them. June 12th, Mr. Steven Spielberg's back with Disclosure Day.
With that guy. Josh O'Connor. Josh O'Connor, dude.
Wake Up Dead Man and The Crown and other things, probably. Emily Blunt as well.
Emily Blunt as well, yes.
And half of the Devil Wears Prada girlies are having a great fucking run of it, it seems. So, except for Meryl Streep, because she's probably, she was in something. She was in Hoppers. That's fine. Good for her. Anyone that's in fucking Animal Farm, though, sit the fuck down.
Well, what's his face from Running Man's in this too, I think.
Coleman Domingo, yes, and he looks human in this one, which is good. No bizarre prosthetics, which is great. Yeah, Spielberg UFO alien sort of deal, which sounds fucking cool. Looks pretty interesting from the trailer that we got. I think there was also a Super Bowl spot that did come out too. But yeah, what do you think? Are you intrigued by this one?
Really excited about this one, actually. Yeah, we'll see what we get.
Yeah, I mean, we don't know a lot about it, but I mean, we just
the people
what we have seen
and the people that are involved.
Yeah, and that's enough.
I really like whenever it seems like it's like a body snatcher situation where she's trying to communicate to everybody, and she's like on the Weather Channel or whatever. She's like a newscaster, and she's like talking in clicks and shit.
Yeah, kind of feel like it's an early contender for sound design because I feel like it's going to be one of those kind of movies. It's a fucking sci-fi deal, man. But
yeah,
I don't know. Could be cool. Could be really cool. So I'm definitely intrigued. Curious to see where they go with it. I mean, Spielberg's been going at it for a long time. He I think these days is, maybe not as strong as he was in his heyday, but hasn't really like lost his touch. I think at the same time. I mean, yeah, Ready Player One's not a great fucking movie, but like he's usually when Spielberg makes something like it's still worth watching, even if it's not close to his best. So definitely curious to see what he does with this one. June 19th, Toy Story 5. We're back with more. They got screens now, toys with screens. And the toys are freaking the fuck out. But not in those words, because that would be inappropriate for children. You excited for more Toy Story? You've probably done lots of Toy Story watching, while you're dadding about. So what do you think about Toy Story 5?
Tons of Toy Story watching. I've done all the
Forky asking questions and shit.
Forky asking questions. I've done the Rex party animal. I've done
that's right. Yeah.
I've done the Halloween special. If it's Toy Story, I've done it.
You haven't done Toy Story 5 yet.
That's right. I don't know how Woody gets back in the picture. Like how you make that.
Right. Because 4 was kind of everyone's kind of separated sort of deal. But
I'll tell you what. After 3 could have been it. Really.
Well, I feel like it was kind of intended to be it, and then 4 almost kind of felt like it could have been it too, and then it's just like, well, what if we did another? 4 is kind of a weird one though, because it is, I feel like, very different from the first 3. And hopefully this one's a gangs back together sort of thing. Like maybe this is it. Feels like more of a proper send off in the way that 3 did at the time.
Or it needs to be completely different, which it's not completely different because we see Woody and Buzz. We see everybody together.
We see everyone. Everyone seems to be here,
right? So,
right, yeah.
I don't know. I'm concerned that we're here making 5.
Yeah,
I guess we'll see. Right. We'll see. I mean, we have no reason to doubt 4 was great. 1 through 3 were incredible. Even the short ones. The short ones are really, 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 really good too. So. I have no reason not to think that 5 can't be great because everything in the franchise has been great. So,
yeah, no, I think that's fair. So, hopefully they don't prove us wrong. We've got one last thing in June, 26th, Supergirl. This is the next film in the DC universe from DC Studios. Stars Millie Alcock as Kara Zor-El, a.k.a. Supergirl. Obviously, we saw a small sliver of her as she was introduced in Superman just last year, but now she's getting her own movie based off of the Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow run by Tom King and Bilquis Evely. Got a trailer for it. It looks very Guardians of the Galaxy. I think, just stylistically is kind of what I got out of it. But I'm interested in this for sure. How about you?
Yeah, I got a lot of I feel like Supergirl's very much feeling kind of like I can tell who made it. You know what I'm saying? It's very James Gunny.
Well, and that's the funny thing, because like this almost feels more like it was directed by James Gunn than Superman did, and this is the one that's not directed by James Gunn. So it's kind of an interesting thing, but it does feel like it has his fingerprints all over it.
It does. It's interesting. See,
and I'm sure he produced it. I'm sure he helped make it and stuff like that. But I don't know how, like, dude is fucking busy making Superman and now writing Superman sequels. So I actually don't know how hands-on he was with this, but it is interesting how James Gunn ends up feeling. I would have
thought this was a James Gunn thing. So yeah,
not directed.
Yeah, I'm here
Gunn.
for it. Well, I have no reason to doubt. Same as Toy Story 5. I have no reason to doubt anything from
until they give us a reason to doubt.
Yeah,
we will place our faith. and those who make these sorts of things. Yeah, no, totally fair. I'm excited for it. Jason Momoa's back. Not as Aquaman. Lobo. Saw a brief snippet of him in the trailer, but I'm sure we'll be seeing more of him in the movie. Looks cool. All right, we are in the back half of the year, and we are going to wind down. July is probably the last big month before we start getting to the, one or two movies per month sort of deal. For the most part, December we'll pick back up. July 1st, Minions and Monsters. I don't know if the boys are on the Despicable Me. I say the boys, even though, your youngest is not really probably offering a lot of input on what he's watching these days. I don't know if Bennett is into the Despicable Me Minion stuff yet, but I threw it on here. There is a trailer. I didn't ask you to watch it, but, it's a thing that's happening. I'm sure these movies make fucking gangbusters. They're popular with children for a reason, so it's out there. It's coming.
He hasn't been big on the Minions.
Well, give him time. He'll probably go from that yellow SpongeBob character to the yellow Minions. Just
true.
Yeah. All right, July 10th, the big one, the one we've been so excited about. Oh no, I'm sorry, that's the 17th. Sorry, excuse me. July 10th, we're getting the live action adaptation of Moana, and it looks kind of like the other Moana, but people tell me it's live action. I don't know about that, but I guess some parts of it are. Why are they remaking Moana in live action like 10 years after the last one? I don't know. I should probably fact check when I feel like Moana came out in 2016. Is that right? Let me check that.
Yeah, that feels right.
2016. It's been 10 years. What are we doing here? Moana 2 just came out like 2 years ago. This is crazy pants. Like, I mean, maybe that shouldn't have taken 8 years to make, but like, still, like, I know the answer is money, but why? And like, why are you doing it in a way that it basically looks like a fucking animated movie? That's that's crazy to me. Is I just don't like. There's everything about this just looks like fucking CG, and it's like, yeah, but we already did that. You already did that version. It's Moana, and it's great. I love that first Moana. I will happily tell you that. I don't know why I haven't watched Moana 2 yet. I don't know, but I love that first one. I don't need this. I don't know. Maybe you feel differently.
No,
I don't want to speak for you.
I definitely don't need this at all. Like it's like borderline insulting, to be honest with you. I
don't disagree, and it's I get it. Money talks or whatever, and maybe this will make some money, but I don't know. At least make it look real. I don't know. Is that a crazy ask?
It's I'm not here for this at all. So
all right. Well, I know something that you are here for, and that's the movie coming out on July 17th. And it's a movie that we have a trailer to talk about for as well, and I'm curious to get into it with you a little bit here. It's maybe your number one of the year, you'll have to tell me, but it's a movie called The Odyssey.
Oh.
So what do you think? Is this your most anticipated of 2026? Do you have something higher? I'm just, you can just answer that yes or no. We can resolve that question later.
I think there's words that Dune Part 3 is coming out this year as well. I don't have a trailer for Dune, so I can't speak of
So right now, of what you have seen from available footage and stuff, like your hype levels are highest for The Odyssey, you think?
My hype levels are the highest for Odyssey, and it's going to be, Denny versus Christopher Nolan.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
Yeah. It's a tough one.
Two titans.
I think... Man, The Odyssey is an incredible story that I think could... there's no reason why someone like Christopher Nolan can't kind of captivate the energy and the scope of what the fuck was that movie we watched? It was the epic, the old one. Lawrence of Arabia.
Yeah.
there's no reason why the same energy can't be captured for something like this. Yeah,
a modern version of something like that. Yeah,
it should be a modern version. This should be the biggest, loudest, most epic movie of like the decade. There's no reason why it should not be.
$250 million budget, most expensive of Nolan's career, first to be shot entirely on IMAX 70mm film cameras.
Yeah,
I don't know. Seems like he's taken a wild swing, if nothing else. But he's definitely going for it with this one. I mean, and also just I feel like thematically, content-wise, like this is
it, dude.
This really is a big swing for Nolan. I mean, coming, I guess, most directly from Oppenheimer, which is a historical biopic, and I feel like even his fictional movies have always had some sort of
they're loud and they're big,
grounded sensibilities to them. Even with fantastical elements, like Tenet obviously had some fantastical elements. The Dark Knight and the Batman movies had fantastical stuff. Prestige, Inception, like they've always had like a little bit, but this is a period piece. First and foremost, it's a fucking epic. It's big in scale, timeline wise, like all of it, like just all around, it's a big kind of movie to even attempt to make, for any filmmaker. And for Nolan, it still kind of just feels like a, wow, that's bold, sort of thing. Like, okay. And I have to say, I'm really excited to see what he does with it, because it's Christopher Nolan making the Odyssey. Like, how does that not intrigue you? You know what I mean? Like, how are you not at least curious to see what that looks like? It's a bold
story, like in and of itself. You know what I mean?
Right, and one in which it seems like we only see like little hints of it, I think, in this trailer, but one I think that's going to embrace the mythological, fantastical elements of that story, and not do it in a Troy sort of way where that's kind of stripped away from it and it's a little bit more realistic and grounded. You could have done that way. You could do it that way, but it seems like he's not doing that. He seems like he's going to go for it, all aspects of it. So, I mean, even this is a big talking point, source of conversation, like the costume design is definitely interesting, I mean, I have some interesting thoughts about why someone's in Batman armor, at the beginning of this trailer.
Yeah, that's true.
But not literally, but fairly close.
It's obnoxious looking armor. It's definitely loud.
Yeah. I am someone that I have not read the Odyssey in any incarnation, in any translation. So I don't really have that background. I'm intrigued by all this stuff. I'm intrigued by all this, but I don't know. I'm just curious to see what Nolan does with what I do know about it. I don't have the attachment, which I think maybe will be to my benefit. I don't know. I'm just really, really keen to see what he does. I mean, it could be a big swing and a miss, but I'm just curious to see what the hell he comes up with. And the cast obviously is very impressive. This is Anne Hathaway's third appearance in this episode, and I think maybe final for us.
Yes.
But of course, Matt Damon's leading the charge as Odysseus, Tom Holland as Telemachus, Robert Pattinson, Lupita Nyong'o, Zendaya's here, as I mentioned, Charlize Theron, John Bernthal, John Leguizamo, Mia Goth, Elliot Page, and a lot more. There's like a whole paragraph on Wikipedia that's like the "and more" section of just like a bunch of names that all have blue links, and it's like, okay, all right, Nolan, I see what you can just. I mean, Nolan's the kind of director that calls you up and says, "Would you like to be in my movie?" And you're like, I already bought a ticket. I'm ready to, yeah. I'm there, dude. I was there yesterday. So yeah. Any final thoughts for you on the Odyssey? I know you're excited. So yeah. What do you think?
I think there's a good chance
Ludwig's doing the music. Good chance. Who? Ludwig Göransson.
Yeah, it's going to be a good one, dude. It's going to be fucking nuts.
Hoyt van Hoytema doing the cinematography.
Do they have a runtime yet on that?
No, but I'm sure it's going to be long as fuck. I will not be surprised.
3.5. I think if Oppenheimer
cracked 3 hours, which I think it did, or at least it was very close. I don't think there's any fucking way this movie doesn't go past the 3 hour mark. I don't see how they do it without, unless the Lord of the Rings that cut it down for a theatrical and then give us a 4 hour director's cut. It's also possible. I don't know. We'll see. All right. Let's move on. Let's finish out this year. Evil Dead Burn on July 24th. Another Evil Dead. Directed by Sebastian Vanacek. I'm not sure exactly what the premise of this is, but it's Evil Dead, so there will be Deadites and such.
Okay.
I think the general idea, seems like Sam Raimi is content to let like new young filmmakers, put their stamp on Evil Dead, and I think that's kind of what Evil Dead Rise was, and I think that's kind of what this one's intended to be as well. So we'll be getting Evil Dead Burn on the 24th. July 31st will be Spider-Man Brand New Day, which is obviously Tom Holland. Tom Holland's going to have a big month. Fourth Spider-Man MCU film. Tom Holland's back as Spider-Man. We know the Punisher is going to be there. John Bernthal there. Oh, look at that. Tom Holland and John Bernthal in both of those. That's kind of funny. Ruffalo's going to be in it as the Hulk. We know the Scorpion's going to be in it. Tombstone. Sadie Sink has been cast in a mysterious role, which could be Jean Grey, but we don't know for sure. No confirmation on that. We don't know a lot about it. We don't have a trailer for it yet, but certainly excited to see where it goes, and certainly excited to see a trailer for it. But that's July. August, I have a couple entries. 28th is Coyote versus Acme finally getting
that's
released.
Big one. Yeah.
Big one finally getting released. We still don't have a proper trailer for it, but I think it's ended up with Ketchup Entertainment, who's going to be putting it out August 28th of 2026. Excited to see it resurrected from the grave after WB killed it, but here it is. And then also on the 28th, a movie called The Dog Stars, which I'm sure you know nothing about.
No.
And that's fair. But Old Man Ridley, not dead, still making movies, baby.
Stop.
It's based on a novel from 2012. It's a post-apocalyptic science fiction movie set in the aftermath of a catastrophic flu virus that nearly wipes out humanity. Follows a civilian pilot and a tough ex-Marine who face invaders and the hope for a better life outside of their current dwelling. It's got Jacob Elordi and Josh Brolin, Margaret Qualley, Guy Pearce, and Benedict Wong in the cast. So, good cast. Maybe Old Man Ridley's still got it for certain things that aren't Alien. Maybe. We'll see. That's August. September 18th is Resident Evil from Weapons director Zach Kreger. Yet another cinematic attempt at Resident Evil. We'll see if this is the one that actually hits the mark.
True.
I mean, Weapons was good, but we've yet to see, I think, a good Resident Evil movie. But this could be it. We don't really know about it, too much about it. I don't know if it's a straight adaptation of any of the games, if it's an original story. I think what I read is it's supposed to be relatively original, but we'll see. October, we've got a few here, I will say. October 2nd is a movie called Digger. I'm going to pronounce that very carefully with the D emphasized. Just for anyone, no one do any weird editing shenanigans, please. Thank you. This is directed by Alejandro Iñárritu, who did The Revenant and Birdman, and he is working with Tom Cruise in this movie, which is described as a comedy of catastrophic proportions, and a little like title reveal that we got. So we don't know a whole lot about it too much, but Tom Cruise and Iñárritu sounds like a pretty cool combination, so I'm intrigued by that. October 9th is The Social Reckoning. It's the follow-up to The Social Network, but without Jesse Eisenberg, and also without David Fincher, but with Aaron Sorkin writing and directing. Mikey Madison, Jeremy Strong is playing Zuckerberg in this one. Could be something, could be interesting. I know we've talked about it a little bit already, so I'm don't know if there's much to add there beyond what we've said in past episodes.
No.
We have to close the loop here. October 16th, Street Fighter. We're getting Mortal Kombat 2 and Street Fighter in the same year. I think we got a Game Awards, like a little special preview deal of Street Fighter. And what did you think about it? I'll just ask.
Like, what are all these people doing in the cast of this movie? Like, the cast is absolutely bonkers. I don't know what they're going for.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely very over the top, very very stylized, very silly. But I don't know. I don't know what they're going for. I'm more excited for Mortal Kombat 2. I said it already, and I'm going to reaffirm it right now. I appreciate that Street Fighter is trying to go for something pretty stylish and like very over the top, certainly as compared to maybe prior entries in the Street Fighter attempts at film. But
sure, yeah,
I don't know. I don't know if it's going to work for 90 minutes of a movie. Well, we'll see. We'll see. I mean, we had fun with Mortal Kombat. Maybe we'll have fun with Street Fighter 2. October 23rd, Clayface. This is a second DC Studios movie about Clayface. Tom Rhys-Harris starring as Clayface, Naomi Ackie, Max Minghella. It's written by Mike Flanagan, but not directed by. It's supposed to be like a body horror story about an up-and-coming actor whose face is disfigured, and then he gets superpowers and can turn into clay because he's Clayface.
Okay.
Why are we getting a Clayface movie? Because apparently it was just too good of an idea to pass up on, and they decided we're going to make a goddamn Clayface movie, which, hey, I mean, that's cool. That's cool, man. So October 23rd, and it feels like good timing. Close to Halloween, feels like it certainly would be appropriate in that span of time. But there we go. That's all of October. Shall we move on to November and finish up with November and December? We don't have that many left. We don't have that many left.
We don't have that many left. Let's do it. Godzilla -0.
Yeah, November 6th. You just brought it up. I think the black and white, I think, was -1, if I'm not mistaken, that had the black and white one. I just got confused about which one that was called. Godzilla -0 is happening, and I think it's a sequel because 0 is technically greater than -1 or -1. So it's a full-on sequel, I think, from the same director, Takashi Yamazaki. So a follow-up to Godzilla -1. I assume you're on board for something like that.
Definitely, 110%. Sounds awesome.
All right. And how about the Hunger Games Sunrise on the Reaping, November 20th? Are you a Hunger Games kind of guy?
Nope, not here for that one.
Okay. You're going to give that one a miss then, is what you're saying?
Yep. Yeah, I probably won't watch that one. So
Fair enough. I think that's a Philip Seymour Hoffman's character when he was a young lad, Hunger Gaming about, if I'm not mistaken. But I know there's a trailer or a teaser that's out for that. I didn't ask you to watch it because I kind of figured this is where you'd land on it. But either way, it's out there for people that do care about these sorts of things. I know Anna's been reading the series and enjoying it, so clearly there are many fans out there. November 26th, final entry for November, Narnia. We're getting another crack at Narnia.
Oh, okay.
Narnia, the magician's nephew from Barbie director Greta Gerwig. It's one of those things people are like, people have very strong feelings about the reading order for Narnia, whether you should do, publishing order or chronological order. This being the first adaptation is the first book chronologically. So it's kind of like, is this the right movie to be adapting? Should they have done The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe again? Because technically that would be the first in publishing order, not the first chronologically. I don't know. Probably a conversation we can have another time when we haven't been going for however many hours that we've been going. And when a trailer comes out, maybe a trailer comes out, or maybe talk about the movie itself. We'll see. Maybe we will. Maybe we'll catch it. I think it's getting it's a Netflix movie, I think, but it's getting an IMAX release. I think that's like a specific thing that Greta negotiated for, which is interesting. Okay. All right, December. We've got 4 movies. The last 3, I think, are pretty exciting. the first one, maybe less so. The 11th, we're getting an untitled Jumanji sequel, which will be a, The Rock and Karen Gillan and Jack Black and Kevin Hart sort of thing. Which is fine. I think I missed the last one that they put out, the sequel to the sequel or whatever. But they are clearly very popular, make money and have a fun cast. So certainly see the appeal there. But the 18th is where things get pretty fucking interesting, okay? Because we have two fucking big projects currently slated to release on December 18th, and I will be shocked if it plays out this way. But as things stand right now, as of February of 2026, we are expecting to get both Avengers Doomsday and Dune Part 3 on the same date, December 18th. And that feels like a bad idea because I just feel like there's going to be a lot of crossover between those things, a lot of competition for premium formats. It just doesn't seem like it's going to be a good idea. And I don't know if it's I'm not moving, you move sort of situation or what's happening right now. Like, it doesn't feel like it's not a Barbenheimer situation necessarily. Would I watch Doomsday and Dune Part 3 back to back? Absolutely. Yeah. Totally would, but I just don't think that there's enough. I just don't think that logistically makes sense. So we'll see what happens in terms of whether these two actually end up on the same date. If it happens, I mean, I'll love to see it play out. That's a fucking fascinating scenario to see in real time, but I just will be very surprised if it comes to pass. But let's take them one at a time. Avengers Doomsday. They put out 4 little teasers that were attached to Avatar Fire and Ash. They rotated on a weekly basis in which they've revealed that Steve Rogers, as portrayed by Chris Evans, will be returning alongside Thor, alongside the X-Men. Actually, really, the other ones we kind of knew from the big chair reveal, the big chair thing. We kind of knew that most of these were happening, but we got some footage, if nothing else, showing off Steve Rogers, showing off Thor, praying, and having like, this is some fuck shit. I need some help, man. I need some help, Odin. The X-Men. Cyclops is fucking using his fucking visor. Some shit's happening. Shit's crazy. The Wakandans are meeting up with Ben Grimm, aka the Thing. There's some things. Everything's kind of coming together. Wakandans, Fantastic Four, X-Men from the Fox X-Men.
Oh yeah,
Thor,
yeah.
Steve Rogers, we already know from movies that we got last year that, certain characters are going to be coming back too. And of course, the one thing we haven't seen so far of any of this is fucking Doctor Doom. So we still don't know what the look's going to be. We don't know if the Robert Downey Jr. of it all is going to be a distraction. I know. Still lots of things to learn about this movie, but What's your current feeling on Avengers Doomsday?
Yeah, it's going to be a big one. It's going to be a big one. It's got to be the biggest one, right?
Which part?
All of it. I mean, look at all these people coming back for Doomsday.
Okay. Like is this like the biggest movie ever made? Like expensive
I feel
or
like it's I think all of the above. I think the scope is huge. It's like some sort of attempt to tie everything together in a big way, or potentially catapult everything that's existed before it into a different kind of trajectory. Which personally, I think I hope that's the case. I hope it breathes new life into the MCU.
Yeah, it feels like at least financially it needs it. So maybe this is the answer. Yeah.
But I mean, there's a lot of properties and stuff that are involved in this.
It's a lot going on.
A little bit.
Yeah.
A lot going on. So we'll see what happens.
Lots of moving pieces.
It feels big. It feels big.
Feels big, and then this is not it. We're getting Secret Wars down the line too. So it's I don't know. Are they biting off more than they can chew? We'll see. It's the Russo brothers back directing. Following on from Civil War, Infinity War, and Endgame. So we'll see. Lots of intrigue there. I think. I'm excited to see what they come up with. I don't know yet. I don't know if they can pull it off yet, but I'm excited. I'm excited about it.
Yeah.
I am more confident in Denis Villeneuve pulling off Dune Part 3, which, again, will arrive theoretically on the same date, December 18th. But this is the adaptation of Dune Messiah, and it's, I think, Denny's intended conclusion to his Dune trilogy, more or less, finishing the story of Paul Atreides. Timmy's back. Zendaya's back. I think most everyone's back. I think Robert Pattinson is the new addition to the cast, playing the villain, if I'm not mistaken. I guess probably a more prominent role for Anya Taylor-Joy here, because I think she was just in like the little vision that we saw in part 2. Florence Pugh. Jason Momoa's back. How? Well, I don't know. We'll find out. Is it fair to say you're excited for Dune Part 3?
Yes. Incredibly excited.
Is this? How would you stack this? Not quite as high as the Odyssey. I think that's kind of what you said, but maybe is this a number 2, or you think is there something else that maybe jumps Dune right now? Even
no, I mean right now I think the Odyssey's like top tier, but I haven't seen a trailer for this, so it depends. Because I don't have any staple in the.
Have you read Messiah?
No staple in the Dune franchise past the first movie. So, curious to see where this goes.
Yeah, and I want to read Messiah. I think before this comes out. I think Messiah is pretty short. Like it's a lot shorter than the first book, so it feels a little bit more doable. So, we'll be back. We'll be talking about it when the trailer comes out, I'm sure. So, that's Dune Part 3. It's going to be a big one. We're going to be talking about it a lot this year, I suspect, so stay tuned. But we have one more movie to share. December 25th, Christmas Day, our Lord and Savior, Robert Eggers, has returned to gift us with Werewolf, which has a lot of the same cast as Nosferatu. Aaron Taylor-Johnson, Lily Rose Depp, Willem Dafoe, and Ralph Fiennes included. Actually, basically the same fucking cast, top to bottom.
No kidding.
But werewolves. We got werewolves this time, or just maybe a singular werewolf, I think. But Egger is returning to obviously a period setting. This is 13th century. It's described as. It's the same co-writer that worked on The Northman, that he worked on with The Northman. And I just love a nice tradition of every 2 years getting a Robert Eggers fucking crazy shit fucking movie on Christmas Day. I think that's lovely. I think it's fantastic. I support it. I fully support it. We don't know a ton about it, but what we do know about it, I'm feeling pretty good about. I'm pretty excited about.
Eggers making a werewolf movie is enough for me. I don't need much else. I mean, the fact that, like I said, we said when he released Dracula on Christmas Day, dude has some, he's got some cojones. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just gonna make sacrilege out on Christmas.
Here's my fucking weird shit.
Yeah, right.
You get Marty Supreme in 2025. You get fucking Eggers stapled around that. You got Nosferatu, and then you got Werewolf.
Werewolf. Yeah.
Werewolf. Werewolf.
This shit's wild. Dude's
beautiful.
Crazy, but I'm here for it. I'm here for.
I am here for it as well.
Finishing the year strong, you know. So
I know that we got 3 big fucking movies in December, as it stands. If they all come out in December, but man, that's a 1-2-3 punch right there. That
for sure.
This is gonna keep us plenty busy, and you're gonna be missing your family on Christmas Day, unfortunately. So,
Werewolf. That's what I'm going to be doing.
Excuse me, I have to go to Werewolf. All right, that's it. That's 2026, folks. There's just a lot to talk about. I don't know what to tell you. Don't at me. There's just a lot to say. There's a lot of TV shows that we're excited to talk about. There's a lot of films that we're looking forward to that we were excited to talk about too. But that's it. You feeling good about the state of 2026, at least in terms of film and television?
I think it's going to be a good year.
Good
year.
year.
It's got to be better than 2025. So,
Yeah.
In more ways than one, I think
Hopefully.
2026 is going to be a better year.
Maybe we'll turn a corner in some ways.
I think so.
Yeah. Well, we're going to leave it there. Thank you all for listening. If you enjoyed what you heard, however many hours this ended up being, please spread the word. We are on Patreon at patreon.com/watchreviewrepeat. You can get early access to all of our regular episodes, time exclusive access to any bonus episodes that we work on this year, and rest assured we will have more than one in 2026. I think we can make that promise and keep it.
Yeah.
More than one. So 2, bitches. No, just kidding. Maybe more than 2. Maybe 3. Maybe 4. We'll see. Probably we don't want to get crazy here, okay? We're not Robert Eggers putting our shit out on Christmas crazy, okay? True. We're not that. Our website is watchreviewrepeat.com. We you can find us there. You can find all the links to our socials that we're on. You can find all the latest episodes, information about the pod. But we specifically are on Blue Sky at watchreviewrepeat.bsky.social. We are also on Facebook, facebook.com/watchreviewrepeat. We're on Instagram at watchreviewrepeat, on YouTube as well. If you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, maybe you got something to say and you want to send it our way and talk about what you're most excited about in 2026, or if you've started watching some of the things that we talked about that came out in January, that came out in February, started in February and started in January, we'd love to hear about that. Certainly some recommendations for maybe things that we could cover, that we could watch and cover.
Yeah.
That would be great. watchreviewrepeat@gmail.com. We're certainly happy to take a look at that. Intro and outro track is Mechanolith by Kevin MacLeod at incompetech.com, which is licensed under the Creative Commons by Attribution 3.0 license. I think we sort of talked about it. I think our likeliest next episode is going to be Wonder Man. We both kind of. I think it's the one thing that we've both started. It sounds like we both still need to finish, but I think that's going to be a good maybe way to kick things off. Properly covering 2026 content, and it means you don't have to go to a theater just yet. So probably works out from that standpoint too. So next episode should be Wonder Man. Stay tuned. I've got some episodes to watch. So I guess that'll be that. 2026, folks. Andrew, why don't you take everyone out?
2026 going to be a banger of year from the Watch Review Repeat boys.
Yeah.
Until our next episode. Take care now. Bye bye then.
Laters on the Menjay.